What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck. Y'all come on in here. Shout out to all of you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know it's a bit unorthodox for me to go live this early, but just as an FYI, I have a head cold. So um I tried to get some rest and I was just up late, throat sore, nose running congested. It's all the works. It just kind of hit all at once. So I wanted to do this live last night, but I had to finish up a couple things with work, and additionally, um, just started kind of battling this cold thing. But it's not going to stop us. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I don't know if the Wicked Witch of YouTube is going live today or not. I mean, the show yesterday was kind of boring. We tried to watch you all. I had to fast forward through all that nonsense with celebrities that don't pay my bills. So I can imagine what her shows are going to be like moving forward. If Candace doubles down, then, she asked for this, people. Candace wanted to be sued. She wanted subpoena power. Now she's getting sued, which granted, the hell she crying about. So let's get into this. You guys told me when I was doing a live on Umar the Oompa Loompa last night that there were some comments that was, I guess, she read out, because I never go over her comment stuff because she's always just flattering herself, basically. She's so much of a narcissist, she can't even take constructive criticism, of course. So she only reads the comments that kind of, you know, push forward her dumb narrative, even though she deep down doesn't care. She doesn't care. I do believe she hated Charlie Kirk as well. I think many of us said that with her attacks and stuff. It's crazy. So we're going to check out the comments part of her show from yesterday. And then, now you all know I've been covering the, whole fiasco in Australia where her visa was banned. Thank God. She was ordered to pay the judgment. I don't even know if she's paid that yet. But even the more interesting, she has yet to issue refunds regarding the Australia. I don't know if it was a full tour, if it was just one event, but I've gone over this in at least two videos about the tickets and why no one's getting a refund. So there's some latest developments on that. And we have a couple articles I pulled up, just kind of reading and trying to figure out what's going on. I don't see how anyone that's supporting her at this point in Australia would not want to get their money back. The cheapest ticket for that event, where she did not have her visa secured, was $95. Why give her $95 in exchange for nothing? Get your money back. But because of the new developments, I don't know what would be the feasible way to get it, unless you get it directly from her, or all of the patrons, all the people who purchase tickets, are going to have to do a class action. And she thinks in her mind, well, it was $95. Who's going to sue over that? Everyone, if you keep holding on to their money, can't make this up. So I'm so glad Australia is showing us how it's done by telling her to get the hell on and kick rocks. But of course, because she failed to secure her visa, she had already booked this event, had, people buying tickets and all of that. And now there's some developments, basically, where it might be a little bit more difficult to just get back a refund. And I have yet to see or hear anyone in Australia, email or, post a comment in my chat about not getting about getting their money back. So I don't know if anyone that has purchased tickets have been able to actually get a refund. And I kind of figured that would happen. She actually thinks that she'll be able to just go over there and then, hold on to people's money. And that's not how it works. Candace, you need to give people their money back. You know damn well it's not your money. Give it back. You did not deliver the service of the product. That money was given in exchange for you making an appearance, but you're the one that failed to secure a visa. So here we are. So thank you guys. We're going to go over that information Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. So it's been such a great past 2 days with Candace getting hit with that cease and desist. But I want to draw you all's attention to, of course, we're going to start this off with Milk Bar. All right. So he, of course, is always fantastic with showing the level of hypocrisy that is staggering when it comes to Candace. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button. And then I found the video. It was like a clip of Candace's shows where she begged for people to sue her. So why is she mad about someone suing her? She said she wanted all the smoke, she wanted subpoena power, and wish granted. Candace, TPUSA is just one of many that you would have to worry about. I really hope Brian Harpool and what's the young with the man's name? Um, Phil Lyman. I hope those two also sue you as well. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. So what you reap, you shall sow. You sow, you shall reap. And you're reaping this, Candace. This is your fault. No one told you to crash land on our planet. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all hit the like button as you come in. Let's get some music going in the background. Y'all pray with me. I'm just trying to battle this head cold. But of course, we're gonna be here to keep our foot on Candace's neck. And this evening, because I took some cold medicine, so hopefully this evening we can watch the first of many series of videos and content dealing with Scientology because we just all need a little brain break. Candace is, unless she's gonna really just go into the deep end and quadruple down on this, I can imagine her shows becoming very, very boring. But we'll see what she's talking about when if she goes live today. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe she'll surprise us and keep giving, TPUSA more evidence to work with. Candace, keep it up. The idea of telling someone wanting you to shut up, child, all you're doing is building the case for them. She's handing them a case. She handing them a case. All right, y'all, let's get some comments in right quick. Appreciate you all. Thank y'all so much. If I sound a little gruff or something like that, it's my voice. What's going on, Artiste? How you doing? Shout out to my mods, you all. I appreciate you guys. From cold ass Atlanta. Okay. Y'all, it's cold, rainy. We got weather advisory coming up. I might be on call this weekend if we do. Just part of my job is making sure that the roads is treated out um in the city of Atlanta metro area. So I might be on call this weekend. Who knows? But I definitely will go live and post up in between if I am. And I want to thank you all so much. Uh Melissa says that she loves Candace. Girl, good for you. Artie said, "Oh, whole black Mexican. I'm not used to this cold as shit anymore." What's going on, Wyoming gal? Shout out to you. How you doing? Melissa says, "I loved it when she was on the Fresh and Fit podcast as well. I haven't seen that. I don't even know who they are. Fresh and Fit. Are they supposed to be somebody special? I don't know who they are. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh man, my favorite podcast, by the way. I got you. RT said Melissa quit rage baiting. Child, they don't listen. I told you all the candy ass cult members, they come up in here and it is what it is. They enjoy the banter. That's why they listen by the thousands. They enjoy the banter. Plus, they know I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Candace watches my show. I would expect the cult members to do it as well if she does it. Because the only thing they're good at is following the leader. Like, no, they don't care that she's an alien or anything. They're just gonna do whatever she says. This is crazy. All right, so Jesus loves the trolls as well. It's all right. Mickey says, I believe it was a tour. So okay, so cool. If it was a tour, then that means that she's got a lot more refunds to issue out because that's multiple locations. And I've been asking about that for months about the refunds and stuff. I said, is anybody getting refunds here? If you live in Australia, you bought a ticket, did you get a refund? And I haven't heard anyone say they got a refund. And now it's get to a point where they may not be able to just request a refund like that. Candace, you don't get to keep people's money for from a tour that you couldn't do. That you probably knew you weren't going to be able to deliver one if you didn't have a visa. This is just a lesson learned here. And now you got to give money back to people. Give them their money back. You're making millions on your YouTube channel. Make sure people get their money back. That has to be the biggest sign of defrauding I've ever seen. And let's not forget, Candace is named as a co-defendant in a federal lawsuit regarding a pump and dump scheme with a fake meme coin. So when someone is named, like I said yesterday, if someone is able to be named as a co-defendant in this type of a lawsuit, this is a federal lawsuit for defrauding people. I don't. It's not shocking to hear that she's withholding people's money from these ticket sales. It's not a shock to me. Somebody's keeping that money, but she's certainly not making sure that people get their money back. You think she would bring that up in her show on how to get their refunds or whatever, but no, because all she would have to say is these companies, whoever has the money, they need to pay this money back to these people. And I'm going to stay on top of them until they do. Instead of her obsessing over Charlie Kirk, why don't you obsess over something that's more valuable, like people getting their money back? This is coming from the same clown that won't tell her cult members that she filed a motion to dismiss. They actually think she's going to get subpoena power. Yeah, they believe this crap. uh, what's going on? Good with Candace is mental. Yeah, she's lost her damn mind. Candace Owens, the goat. Yeah, she sure is. She's a goat of a jackass. Not using the common sense God gave a Billy Goat. I see. Candace, you helpful. Well, you really think you're gonna get away with all this nonsense you're doing? Girl, bye, Felicia. You're gonna get sued. Hey, y'all, it's Caleb. How you doing? Looks like we're on early. We are. Jeffrey said, "Go fish." Okay. Who in the live stream likes watching Fresh and Fit podcasts? I'm so glad I don't know who they are. It's not even funny. Oh man, we got Fresh and Fit fans up in here. What's going on, Angie? What are you doing, honey? Let's see. Who's this Chestnut? Thomas. Candace fans are too dumb. Let's see. What to say? Candace fans are too dumb to ask their money back. Exactly. It's like, just get your money back. I've been saying this for months. Let me show you all some. Let me show you all some. Just to show how much of the queen of YouTube I really am. Because I was kind of on this story before got to this point here. We'll get to it. But when you Google, I just put in this. Candace Owens has not issued refunds from Australia tour. Look what comes up. My video I did back on October 16th last year. And it only got 659 views. Y'all please make sure you go out and watch that video. Get the views up on that. I've been keeping my foot on Candace's neck about that going back to last year, October. And it's a blessing. I thank God that my video comes up in the lineup. I feel pretty special. You do a Google search and I'm like number 5 or something. After factually.co. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. But, I've been speaking on this and I want people to get their money back. I really do. Is holding on to these funds is just it's theft, Candace. It's stealing. You don't get to just make the decision to keep it and then make this false promise that you're going to go out there this year as if you're going to get a visa. If she's been banned, that comes with a certain amount of time that she's been banned, whether it's permanent or even if it's temporary, it's still going to have some sort of time frame. She will not be touring in Australia anytime soon. So for her to even make that insinuation to try to give this false hope and be deceitful and deceptive about doing a tour just so you don't have to issue refunds when you lie like hell in any other scenario, it's pathetic. She lies like hell on everything else. Of course she's lying about going out there. They're not going to let her in their country and they don't have to. They don't have time for that nonsense. But, you think she would just go ahead and give people their money back. And she's not even doing that. But she can fix them out to say some crap like, oh, I'm gonna go out there, like next year, maybe after, who knows? It doesn't matter. Give people their money back, and if they want to repurchase a ticket, they will do so on their own accord. But yeah, it's crazy. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because I want to get to this first, and then check out those comments. So shout out to all of you all tuning in here. I appreciate it. Kayla, what's going on? Uh, is it Lolly and Pops? What a treat, a daytime live. I know, right? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you all support. Y'all make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Nice and warm here in South Africa. Shout out to South Africa. Shout out to you in South Africa. Hey, Melinda, what's going on? Angie says Candace has always been an opportunist. I've never liked her. I never saw a conversion on and thought that she would bring MAGA down. Just my opinion. Apparently a wise one. Yep. She's been putting on a show for however long. Like 6-7 years since she's professed to be a conservative of some sort. Megyn Kelly refuses to kick her out of the club. Whatever. It makes no sense. It's like, people still look to her as some sort of conservative or something, and it's like, oh, why you all trying to attack her? Because she's effed up. It's the bottom line. You got to call out wrongdoing when you see it. You got to call it out. My homie guy says, I don't know Fresh and Fit, so me either. I have no idea who they are. Melissa really stuck in a chat of liberals. Who's a liberal here? I'm apolitical. I think about half of my audience are conservatives and Republicans. Who's a liberal? I don't understand. Candace is a liberal. I hope you understand that. She's not a conservative. And I'm neutral. No one puts me in a box. You understand me? I'm apolitical. I don't claim one party platform over the other because God is not going to ask me about that on Judgment Day. None of us. But I'm not someone that's going to tell somebody to stop being political. I'm just not political like that. I don't pick a side. I choose to remain neutral. Candace being wrong has nothing to do with politics. She's just wrong. I'm just curious as to why conservatives are still trying to claim her. That's all I'm saying. But I don't care what party affiliation you all have. You have the right to choose. You have the right to be liberal. You have the right to be conservative. You have the right to support Trump. You have the right to support somebody else. It's your right. That's that. But I'm not going to be forced into a box because you don't like what I'm saying. I don't owe Candace a damn thing. She's not God. Child boo. I let the coat just worship at her feet and worship the ground she walks on. Not I, said the cat. Not over here in the Lady Luck Club. We don't do that. We don't do coat stuff. Nicholas said, normally with such big events, you create a separate act for ticket sales, especially if you sell them way in advance just for this reason. And as a so-called event planner, she should know that. Exactly. She knew that she did not have a visa secured. I wouldn't plan anything until I get a visa secured. If I'm going to have an event in another country, I need to have a visa secured so that stuff like this doesn't happen. And you think that she has all this money, married to some lord, and can't figure out how to get, a visa secured and actually not go over there creating a whole bunch of mess like she's doing here in the United States of America. Ugh. But Candace to be so hypocritical talking about America first. She sure does focus on other countries a lot. Child boo. It's like she hates being in the US. I mean, we don't mind shipping you over there to the UK, Candace. Nah. Australia just don't want you. Can't make this up. What's going on, Camille? How you doing? Hope all is well. All right, y'all. Let's get to this. We see y'all just throwing y'all comments up. Lisa, what's going on? You the Queen LLC. Thank you, Jess. Lisa said, hey, y'all. Oh, man. Let's see here. We got everybody's up in here. I appreciate that. Let's get to it, you all. How is it even legal for her to keep the ticket money? Who knows? That's what I'm saying. Candace asks if she's above the rule of law, you all. It's insane. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Give them their money back, Candace. That is not your money. It is your fault that you appealed, incurred all of those attorney's fees, legal expenses and stuff, and now you've been ordered to pay the government's court costs. If she has not refunded people in ticket sales, I highly doubt she has paid that judgment. But does she talk about those things? No, she doesn't. She was ordered to pay the Australian government's court costs because she chose to file an appeal. She can't handle rejection. Candace, they didn't want you. They said kick rocks barefoot. You're not welcome. The end. They have the right to revoke your visa and to tell you you're not coming here. Especially when you're acting like a soulless simp from hell. You can't do this. You can't keep those people's money. Give them their money back. Yeah, they should just sue her. Be done with it. It's just for the principle of the situation. Y'all, let's start off with Milk Bar. Let's get to it. I just want to make sure I got some of you all's comments in. Thank you all so much for tuning in and hit that like button on the way in. Engage in the chat and be respectful. That's all I ask. All right, let's get to it. Shout out to Milk Bar TV.
This Turning Point USA, a cease and desist. Naturally, to give them credit, we've had a contract to speak going back to 2019, 2020, and there is standard NDA agreement. You're not going to disparage me. You're not going to defame me. I believe that people within that company betrayed Charlie. I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. I'm going to wait for the financial report to come out. And I got question marks about a couple of people over at Turning Point USA. I think it's about to all get exposed. I think it was a bad idea to kill Charlie Kirk. What if what you're doing destroys Turning Point USA? If the truth is capable of destroying your company, then does your company deserve to exist? The way to honor him is to give money. I don't know. There's just something really sick and demonic about the entire thing. I want war with all of you. We're not just going to keep on going and jump into a succession plan. Our plan was to assassinate Charlie Kirk, who had at long last faltered on the pro-Israel cause, and then to stage a hostile takeover of his brand and of his legacy. Turning Point USA, very organization that just had its leader assassinated. Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen. They are, broadly speaking, making the allegation here at my investigation into who killed Charlie Kirk is naturally disparaging. When I tweeted that it was a God-forsaken company and people should not give money to it, and I have to own that. That's aggressive. That is actually aggressive in the retro.
See, that right there, Candace, is called tortious interference. You had a contract with them not to disparage them, because who the hell will hire someone to go out and then they dog and crap on the company they work for, even if you're just a consultant or a contractor? You want them to pay you for some service. And it's funny how she kept saying, put me on the payroll. I want to be on the payroll to help their PR strategy. Yeah, because she was making these comments out of nowhere. It's like after you've attacked TPUSA, you want them to put you on payroll to help with their PR strategy? It's almost like, why don't you just tell us that you had a contract with them? Like, her coach should be mad. They should be infuriated. They should be pissed off. How dare you have a contract with the enemy? All these dang on months, she's dogged out TPUSA and everybody there, especially the big wigs. And she wants to be on their payroll out of nowhere. Now it makes sense. That means that she knew she had a contract. And for her to sit here to say, put me on your payroll. No. No. But, you breaching that contract is more than enough ammunition for them to never, ever put you on their payroll. It's like, why would you want to be on their payroll? You dogging them out. You don't like them. You don't like Erica. You don't like anybody there. You feel they're all traitors, and yet you want to be on their payroll. But the cult, they just overlook that stuff. They ignore it. They don't see the hypocrisy in it. And now it makes sense. It's as if she was telling them, just make me a permanent employee and put me on your payroll. For what? You get fired from Candace get fired from every job she has. Good grief. You would think she would at least learn to look in the mirror at herself and realize that she's just not employable. She's so messy and backstabbing and evil and conniving and manipulating. No one has time for that, Candace. They're not going to pay you money for you to be a jackass at their expense. You out your mind.
Respect.
Now it makes sense why she said that.
No one, and I mean absolutely no one, outside of my husband and Erica Kirk has the power to shut me up right now. That's it. 2 people. If you got to make an appeal, you got to go to them. And like I said, there's nobody that has the capacity to get me to shut up about this except for Erica Kirk and my husband. Those are the only people that I will answer to. I am on this journey to figure out what happened on that day. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop. As I have said, I said early on, if Erica Kirk asks me to be quiet, I will be quiet.
And so my message to them is to stop. To stop.
Super fun show today. Erica has gone off on conspiracy theorists. It's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me.
And you go after the people that I love.
What's so evil and conniving about this is that she's smiling and smirking about it because she knows exactly what she's doing. I don't give Candace a pass as if she's ignorant to her actions. She knows exactly what she's doing. But it's the fact that people think she should actually be devoid of consequences that's staggering to me. But they will point the finger at Erica Kirk and blame her about things that they can't even prove, such as her being on a fort or a military base. But they want Candace Owens to dodge all accountability and responsibility. That's why I said I'm wondering how these so-called, candy-ass cult members in Australia are feeling right now, knowing that they cannot get their money back. I would love to know. Because make this make sense? She duped you again. As if duping you the first time with a fake meme coin was not enough. She did it again. And they still support her. It's like they just giving away $95 at the bare minimum. Some people aren't able to live lavishly like Candace does. Every day somebody's posting up how much she's paying for these 2 little jackets and shirts she keeps wearing because the sleeves don't come all the way down to her wrist. And she's spending hundreds to thousands of dollars on a top, a shirt. But yet wants to attack global elites in Hollywood, something she tried to become a member of herself. She wanted to be an actress. Clearly, you all can see she has no talent. But the fact that the hypocrisy of this is staggering. She can drop that type of money on a shirt, but you can't give back ticket refunds to people in Australia. She's made so much money to where, just monetizing off of Charlie Kirk's assassination, she could have been giving back refunds, even if she have to do so many per month until everybody gets their money back. It's her dumb event. You think these candy-ass cult members are going to go to her and say, look, just pay us back and we'll leave you alone? No, they're not going to do that. It's too much like right. You can't make this up. Milk Bar had 2 videos, so it just kind of went into the second one because you guys know it's hard to catch them in between, but we're just flowing through the videos. Shout out to Milk Bar again. This one is I'll stop if Erica Kirk tells me to stop. How it started versus now. He's so spot on. Shout out to Milk Bar TV, y'all.
No one, and I mean absolutely no one, outside of my husband and Erica Kirk has the power to shut me up right now. That's it.
Oh, man.
2 people. If you got to make an appeal, you got to go to them. And like I said, there's nobody that has the capacity to get me to shut up about this except for Erica Kirk and my husband. Those are the only people that I will answer to. I am on this journey to figure out what happened on that day. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop. As I have said, I said early on, if Erica Kirk asks me to be quiet, I will be quiet.
And so my message to them is to stop. To stop.
Super fun show today. Erica has gone off on conspiracy theorists. It's about me. It's indirect, but it's also about me.
And you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode. going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this. No.
I'm sorry, but that whole thing right there is frustrating. And I'm going to explain to you why I just do not accept any of that. What you are watching here is an unbelievably emotional response that is absent of any logic. And it's a no from me.
The podcaster Candace Owens, she is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her? Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
Please stop. Please stop lying. I understand. I comprehend.
Look how she literally in real time. I want you all to just pay attention to this body language, the eyes, the just the facial expression of how she's able to lie this easy and not look into the camera. Y'all notice she looked straight down because it's almost like the immediate, fact that she's lying is hitting her in the face. She lied so calm and smooth, and yet it's hard. The cult members find it hard to believe that she can defraud someone. Well, if you'll lie, you'll steal. Because right now, what is she doing that's even worthy of her getting millions of dollars in views? In videos from YouTube, all these sponsors and stuff. What is she doing of value? And she wanted to be sued, remember? Oh, I've got the clip. I'm going to play it. I might play it 3 times.
Please stop. Please stop lying. I understand. I comprehend. What I don't comprehend is what I've lied about. Because she's a widow, we can't question her judgment. And I want to say that I reject that. I reject emotional manipulation.
We were told
you never said please stop lying.
If we said stop, they would stop. And we said stop. And I'll say it again. Please stop.
I am starting to work through some of the questions that people have about her background. She was brought in as his handler to move him in that direction. She had him starry-eyed and wrapped around her finger. I can assert that I feel completely comfortable that saying or stating clearly that Erica is definitively aware and familiar with the Fort Huachuca base, intel base, because once upon a time she shot a teaser for a short film there or around there.
The issue is not that they were barely legal teens, which is what it is. It's horrendous. It's awful. It's pedophilia. Okay, relax. No, the issue is that Epstein is a Jewish spy, probably working with Israel.
Honestly, this is a time where it is appropriate to say this.
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
Agree. I watched stuff. Just stop.
You can't.
I don't have direct knowledge.
Y'all, this next video comes from, and it's news and informational clips. It's a quick video, but this thing has already got over 1,100 views. I tweeted this video to X on yesterday because I just, Candace, you say things and forget you're being recorded because maybe Boys Club is not reminding you, because you have no brain, that he's behind the camera. Like all of these videos of you saying Erica Kirk is the only one that can tell me to stop. She was the only one that has power to tell me to stop. All of these things. You never once said that she has the power to tell me to stop if I'm lying. So no, you don't get to add words onto that after the fact. Especially where there are at least 3 videos of you saying only she can tell me to stop. Her and George Farmer. Not even God. Like she forgot to even mention God. Nope. Just Boys Club and Erica Kirk. She didn't say stop lying. She just said stop. And who cares what Boys Club thinks? I don't. We all wondering where George Farmer was on September 10th. It's irrelevant to what he thinks. Even if he told her to stop, she wouldn't stop. She's gonna just keep doing what she want to do. She don't listen to him. She don't listen to him at all. You can't make this up. So this clip right here, Candace, this is where you, out of your own mouth, beg to be sued. I just want to remind you of this. You said this, Candace.
I don't have direct knowledge, but I assume there are non-disparagement agreements in place between Turning Point and Candace Owens because of TPUSA's business arrangement with Blexit. Weird that she knows that we have a business arrangement with Blexit, but she's saying that.
Why is that weird? Shout out to Chicks on the Right. She was reading a post they did on X. Why would it be weird to know you have a business arrangement between Blexit and TPUSA? Did they not acquire Blexit? That's not a secret. That's public knowledge. Anyone can look that up. I've even looked up Blexit's tax documents. They acquired Blexit while Blexit was in the hole about $1.72 million because Candace blew money on dumb things. And she never learned how to stop or do math or add or subtract or multiply. You know, she didn't learn how to do a lot of things. And she put Blexit in the hole, in the negative, by almost 1.72 million. And she didn't think twice about that. And they acquired it. What they should do is sell it. I don't care. Just for shock value. They should sell it. It'll be the biggest slap to her face ever. We're selling Blexit in parts and giving everyone an opportunity to buy a piece of it. And in the end, maybe Candace buys it back. Maybe she doesn't. But they did not have to. TPUSA did not have to acquire it. So it's not a secret that they acquired Blexit. It's not a secret. So what the hell is she talking about here? It's weird that Candace thinks that saying, oh, I don't see tax filings posted up, but then she fails to research whether or not they can get an extension to file their taxes. And somehow the fact that you don't see them right away and you fail to do your due diligence and do some research on tax filing dates and extensions, you now somehow blame them of committing fraud. This is why you and Wolves of Finance are catching it with these letters. That's exactly why. They need to go after Ian Carroll as well as Milo and the Tim. What's that other Tim dude that she keeps playing on her channel? Yeah, go get all of them. Get all the morons over there on X that are simping hard for Candace, putting out all this fake nonsense. Get them all. Name them. See, when you have a pyramid scheme, it's one thing to get the creator, the founder of that pyramid scheme. But it's just like a cherry on top to get the promoters of the pyramid scheme. Those who are pushing out the nonsense. They do just as much damage as Candace does. So name their asses as well as co-defendants. Then they can just whine and cry about it in court. Candace, you said no one else can tell you to shut up. Oh, okay. Between God and a judge in a court of law, I don't know. You'll have to sit down at some point and then figure out how to actually do real journalism. Until then, why don't you show us one of your degrees you claim you have? She said she got 2. Where's these degrees at? Where's proof of that? Why isn't the court demanding that she post up a copy of her actual degree? Or her real degree in a frame? Why is it not hanging on her wall? They never challenge her with any of this crap that she says. And it's not just about what she says with Candace. It's about what she doesn't say. It's about what she chooses to withhold. And her motive and intent when she does that. It's still deceptive, Candace. And deceptive, synonymous with lie. So either way, you're still lying your ass off, even when you're withholding information. You know, remember when you said lying by omission? Yeah, we know how to use your words against you, you clown.
And it's kind of like dangling, like, we could sue me. Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please do me a favor today on the Charlie Kirk case. I've been clear.
Yeah, let's go back. Because she said now. Oh, it's like it's a dangling.
Like, we could sue you. Sue me.
Yeah.
Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please do me a favor today on the Charlie Kirk case. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from all of you. I don't.
Yeah, that includes TPUSA, Erica Kirk, Tyler Boyd. Is it who else? Name them. The security detail, Brian Harple. You know, the McCoys, Robin and Mikey McCoy, his wife, all of them. She said she wanted the smoke. She said, sue her, sue her. She wants subpoena power. There you go. To the candy ass cult members. You brainless simps that refuse to read. Here it is. You don't even have to read the words at the bottom. You can just hear her say it again because this is fun for me.
Like, we could sue you. Sue me. Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please do me a favor today on the Charlie Kirk case. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from all of you.
Oh,
I don't think you realize how real life this is for me. I went back and listened so hard. I was like, girl, don't care at all.
So go to court. She said it twice. Sue me, sue me. She's begging to be sued. So, see, this is what happens when you have, it's called foot and mouth disease, okay? Just like Candace's yeast infections that won't go away, it's highly contagious. When you put your foot in your mouth, now you have to turn around and eat those words along with your foot. So TPUSA said, checkmate, we got you. Let's go ahead and say we can give you a little courtesy of a cease and desist letter. I personally would not have done that. There is no legal mandate to give a cease and desist letter before you sue the hell out of somebody for defamation. Especially with malice intent, because they're going to have to prove that word. So they're doing their due diligence to prove malice intent, not because they're trying to be nice. The cease and desist letter is the last straw. She wants to be sued. Wish granted, heifer. They will oblige you. Why are you crying about it? They're obliging you. They say, okay, cool. You go ahead and sue her. We're going to play the hell out of this video, too. Shout out to Lady Luck Club, queen of YouTube. Because, you know, this is epic right here. I'm just going to hear it again.
Feeling like, we could sue you. Sue me. Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please do me a favor today on the Charlie Kirk case. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from all of you. I don't think you realize how real life this is for me. I went back and listened so hard. I was like, girl, don't care at all. Do not care at all. I'm over it. We're in a new time. It literally is God time, okay? All of this stuff, and that's how she operates, by the way.
Why are you bringing God into this? Leave God out your mess you created. Now you're going to have to do this on your own, heifer. Y'all, she said, sue me, I want subpoena power. She wants all the smoke. The one time TPUSA says wish granted, now she wants to throw an epic tantrum of epic proportions on YouTube. For what? Candace, you dumb White Walker. Why are you throwing a tantrum? Why are you throwing a tantrum? You asked for this. They're just giving you what you wanted. I think this is more than fair. They sent you a cease and desist letter. Erica Kirk and somebody else flew out to Tennessee. They invited you to come to Phoenix to face them head on live stream on national television. You botched that opportunity altogether. Candace, if you were doing this for money, don't you think that going out to face them in person would have garnered the views and would have helped you get more money? You're so cowardly, you couldn't even stand up and do that. And yet you wanted them to send you a link. For what? For you to slice up the video? Hell no. Come out here in person. Bring your ass out here. But yet they fly to her for her to still turn around and say and do the same old dumb nonsense. And got worse. Now Charlie Kirk is a time traveler and a mutant from X-Men. Now you want a subpoena power, you getting it. You about to get it. Yeah, we got to hear it again. We just got to hear it again. We got to hear it again. This is the last time. I'm not going to rewind it no more.
Kind of like dangling, like, we could sue you. Sue me. Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please do me a favor today on the Charlie Kirk case. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from all of you. I don't think you realize how real life this is for me. I went back and listened so hard. I was like, girl, don't care at all. Do not care at all. I'm over it. We're in a new time. It literally is God time, okay? All of this stuff, and that's how she operates, by the way. She can treat you really evil, but there's an NDA preventing you, so you got to allow her to abuse you. We're not doing this anymore, Alyssa. We're not doing this anymore. Whatever company needs to hear this today, okay? You are no longer allowed to engage in sheer evil. You are no longer allowed.
Hey, let me tell you something, Candace. It's like preaching to the kettle. Kettle meet black cat. Black cat meet black kettle. It's funny how you can see everything else except look in the mirror and look at yourself. You know, the alien, like empty hollowness in your eyes. The fact that you have no soul or brain. You chose to be a narcissist. No one is forcing you to act like this. No one is forcing you to obsess over a deceased person who chose not to marry you. No one told you to do this. No one told you to get in a video talking about sue me, sue me. You want to be badass? Okay, cool. They'll take you to court. The Macrons are showing us how it's done. First of many. See, once you pull back the veil and you see what you're dealing with, this alien is not so scary after all. Neither is her cult members. They're just bullies that invade upon people's privacy. They commit cyber crimes themselves. They impersonate investigators. Here it is, though. You let one of them get a cease and desist letter, Wolves and Finance. Then they want to cry all over the internet and then actually ask for help raising money because he kept lying about an endowment. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, the sad reality is that you have people out here like myself that's going to put out the truth and facts, even if I have to be corrected. I'm not out here begging for money. But yet and still, she gets millions for lying. And all these dumb bots and cult members, they just go along with it and push out those narratives. Start naming some of these people in those lawsuits. Her whole team should be sued. If she gets sued, TPUSA needs to name George Farmer and the Mark guy in the ear, the other girl, all of them, whatever her ragtag team is, get them all on that lawsuit. They'll learn today. You gonna learn today. Name them folks over there on Twitter X that keeps pushing out her BS. That Project Constitution one, Diligent Tennyson, whatever the fuck. What's this other one name? The dude John Mappin. Yeah, go get his ass for real. You're a simp. Name all these simps. Coach Colin. Name these simps. Name their asses when they perpetuate the scheme and the deception. Name them. Let them all sit here and cry and tell them, look, y'all can go cry before the judge in court. And it's going to be a jury demand. So, yeah, more people you can cry in front of. Good luck to that. And be done with it. Their posts tell on themselves. They're doing this for kissing Candace's ass. I don't know what else. Because the moment something happens, guess what? You think Candace is sitting here saying, I'm just going to pay for Wolves and Finance's attorney's fees. Have you all heard her say that yet? Because I haven't. The moment you get hit with a lawsuit, she's going to treat you as if you never existed. She's a cult leader. She's a narcissist. She doesn't care about anyone else but herself. Not even God. She doesn't care about God either. She just weaponizes God for her benefit. Trying to invoke emotional responses from people. And yet, when it comes down to her having to prove her case with evidence, she wants to sit here and throw a tantrum. For what? Don't file for a motion to dismiss either, Candace. TPUSA, Eric Kirk, if they sue you, you wanted it. So let it happen. Let's take it back just a little bit. Let it happen.
Doing this anymore. Whatever company needs to hear this today, okay? You are no longer allowed to engage in sheer evil. You are no longer allowed to behave like Satan's children and then make little legal threats. Okay. Target, Whole Foods, Walmart, Amazon, CVS, and
Yeah, that was the end of that video, but y'all saw the clip. She said, sue me, I want subpoena power. So now here we are in the episode from yesterday, and you guys said, hey, you got to check out the comments. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because I never go over. I'm just not in the mood to hear a narcissist flatter herself. But we're going to go over. Because apparently, some of the candy ass cult members start going in on, from what I've heard. That's what I heard. Y'all let me know if this is the video that I need to with the comments that I need to check out here. Stacy said, you can warn them, LLC. I guarantee you the more negativity spoken on her, the more they serve her. That's how cults work. They don't like anybody to talk ill on their leader. They will follow to hell. Exactly. Hell is hot. These are the same people that walk around here talking about Christ is King. Let me tell you all some over there in that cult. Don't let these dumb bots that aren't even real people egg you on to believe that what you're doing is right. Now, if you lift up your eyes in hell, please understand you did whatever you did to land there. But you get a lot of these bots that are out here pushing her narrative. And it's so ironic how they start pushing out her narrative right after she does a show. Then all of a sudden, you see these bots out here already talking about a bombshell is dropped today. Project Constitution. And they lying like hell. But then they dare people to sue them. Okay. We accept. Keep living. It's crazy. It's how cults, you're absolutely right. It's how cults work. Talk about the cult leader. They just double down. Well, this is why I said they shouldn't care about being sued then. They should not care about being named as co-defendants. If you're going to go all the way there for your cult leader, then go all the way there. Bring your ass to court. And don't run from the summons. When they're ready to process service on you and serve you with those papers, don't dodge it. As a matter of fact, agree to meet up so that you can be served and go to court. Because if you're telling the truth and you have evidence to support it, you would not be afraid to go to court to begin with. That's why Candace does not want a case to go to trial, because she knows she has zero evidence to prove any of these dumbass allegations she's thrown out there. She's already trying to get them to settle with her. What she's doing is nothing more than what would happen if they were to meet with an actual mediator. TPUSA needs to reject it because it's the principle of the situation. Nope, we're not settling with her. We're not accepting her terms. We're not doing any of that. We're taking her to court. That's it. Because how else do you stop the monstrosity from growing and mutating even more? This is how you put her in place. Candace, I thought you said you were playing chess. Candace can't even play tic-tac-toe. I tried to tell you all. Candace has no concept of chess. She's playing tic-tac-toe very poorly. That's the most advanced she can do when it comes to a game with strategies. Tic-tac-toe. Chess, child, please. No. Candace, that's giving you way too much credit. It's almost like crediting you with having a brain and knowing how to read. Girl, please. Bye, Felicia. You can't make this up. So let's get to this video, you all. We're going to hear these comments. They better be good.
.net/Owens. Okay. I just saw right now, guys. Sorry, I just live saw that this is trending on X. This might be my favorite trend ever, just the way that it's being phrased. Candace Owens kicks off her lawsuit era. Yeah, the Candace Owens Eras Tour is going to be so lit. It's going to be so lit. And you know you're coming dressed as Brigitte. Don't even that's our favorite. I think that's our favorite lawsuit. Maybe it's, I don't know. I do like the Blake Lively one's funsies, but I think I would come dressed like that Halloween costume. Anyways, you guys, we have new merch on the website. Reminding you that we also have channels available in Spanish, French, and Portuguese. We have links in the description. Top comment from last episode. You guys absolutely loved me and Baron Coleman together. This person writes, funny how they fired 40 people for leaking info, but kept the head of security after the biggest possible failure. Yeah, I will say I did not hear that it was 40 people, but I did hear that it was a lot of people. more. I heard more. It sounded like 15 people that got fired, but neither here nor there. It's just this like these weird loyalty tests that I do not think are going to serve them. And we have a lot that we are getting and researching
Are these the kind
because more people are now speaking, because that's not the best solution. Also, update to what I said to Baron yesterday. Another donor who was at the Aspen event does remember, actually says that they do remember Charlie mentioning Erica. If, situation, something happened, that Erica would know what to do. So that seems to check out. The donor, I think, is a very good person and obviously doesn't want to be on record. But, different. I brought that up yesterday about whether or not that actually happened in Aspen. And there is a donor that does specifically remember.
Why can't Candace accept the fact that he may have had a living will and testament? Why is that so hard for her to digest? Oh, that's right. Because she was in love with him and he didn't pick her ass. Got it. All right, come on, you dumb alien.
That's so important to update that. Again, this is an open investigation. We ask questions. When we get answers, we share them. Okay, now let's get into some of your comments from today's episode. So much happening in the legal world. What do you guys have to say to me today? We have Nutrition Jen writes, you called it with the Blake Lively drama of it all. The texts being released are way worse than we thought. Yeah, I just saw her coming. I can just look at people and I just catch a vibe and I'm like, I just knew that they were just flying high. You're Taylor Swift's friend. She's basically running WME. She's a walking $1 billion. They're going to do whatever she wants.
God, I know, right?
And if you're going to be best friends with her for 10 years, you're going to start to just be around that energy and be like, well, if we don't get what we want, we're going to call up our friend Taylor. Schley Walt writes, this might be a low IQ comment, but I swear there is something bigger between you and Tim Dillon. I genuinely believe that with Tim on the Hollywood side of things, with those connections, along with your investigative journalism, you two will be the ones to save the world.
Yeah,
first off, let's just shout out all of the comedians who have been so brilliant in commenting on culture in a way that makes sense. It's not Tim Dillon is one, Dave Smith is another. They hate the fact that Dave Smith is.
That's true, Angie. It was not just him, being in love with him, the person. It was what he represented. That's why she went out and married George, because he represented power and money. He just doesn't have any over here. See, Charlie Kirk had it here and in the UK and anywhere else. George Farmer is I've never heard of that clown until, within the last year. Had no idea who he was. And even if he chooses to stay private, how private do you expect to be when you're in the Bullingdon Club and you're being accused of essaying another grown man? George, will you just come out of the closet already? There's only so much hiding he can do at this point. He's about to start losing some money, so I think he's going to come out that closet for sure when he realized, oh, crap, they just issued a judgment against us. It's for $150 million. Yeah. Go for the gold, Macrons and TPUSA and Erica Kirk and Brian Harper and everybody's. Go for the gold. Go for the gold. Don't play around with it. She's valued at $244 million. Go for gold. Get it all. This is insane.
Also a comedian. Yeah, in order to be a good comedian, you kind of have to be smart. And Theo Von being the most relatable person, because he just, it's common sense. It's common sense. Like Theo Von, when he delivers something, it's so heartfelt. And I feel like 2025 was really the year where we realized that the comedians make much more sense than all of these politicians. So I absolutely love Tim Dillon. You should go subscribe to his show. I'm constantly ripping his content. I tell him he has to work harder so I can work smarter. Crazy Cat Lady writes, we stand with you, Candace. I hope this helps to get you out from under the contract. Go Max. Yeah, I'm just done. You can't buy people because you want to be immoral. That's just not fair. And like I've said so many times, any Turning Point USA person is welcome to this platform. So this isn't like this is my side and I only want to present my side. I have said, Blake Neff, if you would like to come, you can come onto this show. Andrew Colvett, please. I would love 4 of these.
Wait, why? You're not going to accept anything they say. You want to bring them on your show into your territory, and for what? Now they got to worry about all this demonic nonsense in your home, in your atmosphere, bouncing off on them, or George Farmer actually coming out of the closet. Y'all, that'll be the only time George Farmer will pop out and show somebody. Sometimes you just gotta pop out and look at a man. I mean, you know, it is what it is. That'll be about the only time he'll pop out of that closet. As you cold vintage here. Perhaps I should come down. Like, he's not gonna care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about what they have to say. You could give her concrete facts and evidence all day. She doesn't care. She won't care until it absolutely is required for her to care. That's when she goes to court. That's the only way she's going to understand. Otherwise, why? Why invite these people out? If you and your coach have seen them as enemies number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 through 10, maybe even 20, why would you want them to come on your show? You don't get to disparage someone and then say, you guys could have came on my show. Y'all could have called me before you sent the cease and desist. They don't have to call you to send you a cease and desist. As a matter of fact, they don't even have to send you a cease and desist letter. That was a formality. That's to show the court that there is an honest, genuine attempt to get her to stop. Because you don't want to go to court and you don't do that, and you're dealing with somebody like Candace, who's a pathological liar. And her defense is, oh, well, they could have just sent me a letter. I would have stopped. Even though she has at least 3 different episodes of saying, if Erica Kirk tells me to stop, she's the only one with the power to do it, the only one that has the standing that I would listen to. She said in 3 different videos, flat out, if Erica Kirk said to stop, I will stop. Then she tries to twist it up after Erica Kirk said stop to say, stop lying. No, that's not how that works. You don't get to add on after the fact. You have multiple videos of you saying very clearly if she said to stop. Hardcore stop right there. Not if she says to stop lying. That will be a big difference in court. And the jury is not going to let you manipulate them as if they're stupid. Neither will the judge. As a matter of fact, the judge won't take too kindly to that. I hope you all know Candace's attorneys does not want Candace to get on the stand. They don't want her to be put under oath. They don't want her to have to testify or to get deposed or any of that. But if TPUSA sues her, they will be able to get a deposition out of her. Now she'll be forced to answer to everything that she said under oath. She'll be forced to present evidence. She'll be forced to do it. She won't have a choice. If they order her to a deposition, she won't have a choice. And that is the best thing you can hope for, is to get her ass under oath and then make her repeat all that she said and make her present evidence. And if she can't do it, then she's lying. And now she's just lied under oath, which is even worse. This is something else. Why sit here and be disingenuous? Your cult members don't like TPUSA, so why would you bring multiple people from TPUSA on your platform? But yet the cult, they'll sit here and, cheer that on as if they really care. Most of them never cared about TPUSA. I don't even know why they have an issue now.
Spokesperson for Turning Point USA to stop texting people to do his dirty work and to come be a big boy, put your big boy pants on and come sit across from me. We're not hiding.
But she's saying that after she failed to go out to Phoenix, when people were telling her, put on your big girl pull up, put that tampon out there, yeast infections or something else. She's got to wear a diaper. It keeps the smell of rotten bread from being so pungent. Candace, you could have put on a diaper, grabbed your money stat 7, and flew your ass to Phoenix. The same thing can be said about you. We can use your words against you. You could have went to Phoenix. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't give a damn. Oh, her safety was in jeopardy. No, it wasn't. Because she's got the money to get a security detail. She blamed it on George, and yet she was able to entertain Erica Kirk when Erica Kirk came to Tennessee for 4.5 hours. Whatever happened to George having an event that was pre-planned, by the way? Because either way, a meeting occurred. Whether it was in Phoenix on national television or in Tennessee with Erica Kirk and the COO, privately, she still took time out of her day after having said that George had an event, people coming in from other countries, internationally flying in, and yet she still takes 4.5 hours out of her day to go meet with Erica Kirk and the COO. For what? For her to still get nothing out of it, reject anything that looks viable or credible, didn't even ask for a copy of text messages or posts. And then she tripled down on some dumb crap. And she just went full-blown insanity. Just absolutely insane. Nothing they say would be good enough for her. Why waste your time? Candace, just take your dumb ass to court.
And we are open to being wrong. And I was not convinced that any of these people were honest after that meeting, especially when you were like, yeah, no, you were kind of right about a lot of that stuff, but here's why this happens. And I shared those things. I think I've been pretty forthright and honest with my audience about things. And I still don't have a good feeling about what you're doing. So, I was Charlie's friend, not yours. Sucks to suck. Golden Girl writes, I can't wait to see all the memes and clips of you saying you'd have better luck suing the Sun. You are the best. Keep going, Max. Christ is king. I hope they do it. That Sun don't be acting right sometimes, right? It's like you wanted to do this. It's like, look at the contract. See right here? Yeah, Sun, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Learn to be a friend. Learn to be an actual true friend. And that's kind of been something that I realized has shaken the political world to their core.
But she hates Charlie Kirk. And I honestly, I have no reason to not believe that someone has firsthand knowledge of her railing about hating Charlie Kirk because she was obsessed with him and wanted to be with him. And she definitely wanted the power and the money that came along with that position. Because who does this? Who obsessed over somebody like this to where you're saying as a mother, I feel like a bad parent because I've neglected my own kids because I was so depressed and just crying so much, I couldn't do much for them. What do you mean? They're your children. They come first. She said that out of her own mouth. I would never repeat something like that. Even if that's slightly the case, I would never repeat something like that. It's absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. Come on, help.
They don't understand it. The politics is all about who you can blackmail, who you can lie on, stepping on someone's head to get ahead, people sleeping with each other, being deceitful, cheating on each other, lying about who they are, right? Being closeted homosexuals while presenting like they're family men. And I think they hate me because despite all of them having had access to me, they know that there's nothing there, right? They know who I am. They know that I was a good person. They know that I was, in some aspects, a good employee, a good friend, both. And so they have to just make stuff up. I care about my family. I don't care about social media. I don't care about taking pictures amongst the stars.
She definitely cares about social media because for her, it's all a PR stunt. Of course she cares about social media. If she didn't care, she wouldn't be on a video. She wouldn't have sponsors. She wouldn't be monetized. This is absolute madness. Of course she cares about social media. She cares about how many views she gets, how many subs she has. She'll lie about being #1 podcaster on earth. Flat out lie about it. That is the epitome of someone that cares about social media when you're willing to lie about being the #1 podcaster in the world. All of that is based on views and clicks and subs and likes and everything else. So if you don't care about social media, why are you even lying about being #1 podcaster? Who does that? This is how horrible and hypocritical she is. Just an evil gimp. Come on, you dumb white woman.
I want to do right by my family. I want to have real relationships with real human beings. Remember, that was also a thing with where are your famous friends? Like, what? Why don't you guys have normal friends? It's so weird to me that you think it's
Well, her niece
abnormal
all
to
really
have
supposed to be in
real
her chat.
friends in the real world. Again, Tim Dillon is right. They're chasing celebrity. They're trying. It's just Hollywood. It's the same thing. DC and Hollywood are the same thing. People in Hollywood are kind of prettier and they're like uglier
She
in
got fired a
DC. That's
lot.
kind of what's going on here. They're all kind of
Exactly why, Mama. She
chasing
works in social
the
media.
same thing. They're all vacuous. There's nothing there. There's no substance. When they use the Lord's name, it's because they want more followers for saying that. Me?
That's
no,
what you do. That's what you're doing. No, this is God's platform. This is God's platform here. You know, I walk in the spirit. Christ is king. While she goes back and lies about somebody seeing someone on a military base with no evidence. Completely disingenuous. While she lies about the school that he attended. I got an email from one of you all saying Kirk never went to Quest. Based on the available biographical information, his primary educational history is as follows. Elementary school. He attended Christian Heritage Academy in Northfield, Illinois. He has publicly stated that he reached a personal milestone in his faith while in the 5th grade at this school. High school. He graduated from Wheeling High School in 2012, where he was a multi-sport athlete and a member of the band. Higher education. He briefly enrolled at Harper College in Palatine, but withdrew after one semester. While Quest Academy and Harper College are both located in Palatine, Quest Academy is an independent school for gifted children, preschool through 8th grade, and there is no mention of Charlie Kirk participating in that specific program during his childhood. In the 5th grade at the Christian Heritage Academy, Charlie Kirk said that is where he really found in Jesus. He not once in his entire life mentioned he went to this Quest school, which is a real school, but Charlie Kirk never went there. Candace Owens blatantly lying. Blatantly lying. This is information that can be Googled. She lies about information that people can Google. And now he's an X-Men and a mutant that can time travel. See, Star. X-Men school. Professor X and Wolverine and all them people there. Storm, the girl that can walk through walls. It's something else. You can't make this stuff up. She lies about what school he attended. She can't stand Charlie. She hates Charlie Kirk. Dave Rubin was not lying. I don't think he was lying about this. Candace is the one that has a track record for lying. And I have no reason to call somebody that I have not seen or heard lie, a liar when it comes to what Candace said. I believe she said much more worse things about Charlie Kirk. Be honest with you. This is why I'm questioning George Farmer's alibi and his location on September 10th. I mean, how stupid is George Farmer truly at this point, where he refuses to tell his mutant X-Men of an alien of a wife to go sit down and make him a sandwich? Talk about anything else, because at some point this is going to run out. Now, he refuses to do that. He continues to stand behind the camera and let her do this. I don't put it past him that he will be willing, because she said so, to go out and do something harmful to somebody that she's the one obsessing over. I wouldn't put that past him. I want to know where the hell he was. She would be noticeable in the crowd. Would George Farmer be noticeable in the crowd? He doesn't really make himself known like that on social media. So how easy would it be for him to maneuver through a crowd of 3,000-4,000 people? Especially if he's wearing a hat and a shirt, some glasses, and he can just blend in. Most people would not recognize him. That's why I want to know where the hell he was. Candace, what was George Farmer on September 10th when Charlie Kirk was being assassinated? Where was he at? How many maroon shirts do he have? You can't make this up. You lying about what this man with the school, and people can look it up. You can't. This is insane.
I want to be considered legitimate, and so when people try to push me to speak more about Catholicism, I tell them I'm like a young pup. There are so many people that are way better suited, my husband among them, who would never even want to have the platform or have a camera in front of his face, but you could go pursue that with a priest. You know, you don't need influencers to tell you about the Lord. There are priests that you can sit down with and speak to and have questions. And I still have questions and I'm still learning. So yeah, I think that's what it is. They hate me because they actually know that I'm a good person and that I did right by them.
You're not a good person. You're an evil, soulless entity from hell. Honestly, you're an alien that does not belong on this planet. And I wish you would Brexit your behind off of our planet. You know, just leave our country. Let's start with that. Why don't we ship you and George back to the UK so y'all can go be with his parents? Take your coat with you. Don't leave any of them behind. All your bots and stuff. Take care of all that stuff with you. Go back to the UK. You can't make this up. You know, she got me paying those bots some good money to push this dumb crap she's been saying for 4 months.
And the Dave Rubin thing yesterday really proved that for me. Golden Girl writes, I can't wait to... Oh, I read that. Tiffany writes, you know what a lawsuit means. Loads of depositions and discovery. Oh my. Imagine. Could you imagine all of the text messages I would have access to? The timeline.
Hold on. So her court still wants to ignore that she filed a motion to dismiss in the Macron lawsuit. She wants the case dismissed. She's not trying to get to a discovery phase. She doesn't want subpoena power when she actually has the opportunity to go to court. She literally just said, tell me a price, give me a number so I can buy this out. She doesn't want to go to court. She would not have filed a motion to dismiss in the Macron lawsuit. That's not a legal requirement. It's just an option. It is an option. Option is a totally different word with a totally different definition from the term required. Option and required are antagonistic of each other. They're opposites. So when you had the option to just file a reply and a response, maybe even a counterclaim, you didn't do that. You filed a motion to dismiss in the Macron lawsuit. What the hell you all think she's going to do if TPUSA sues? If she's the defendant, and preferably they name everybody else that's been pushing her nonsense, the first thing she's going to do is file a motion to dismiss. This dummy girl is not trying to get to a discovery phase. Are you kidding me? Y'all, aliens don't like our court systems, apparently. Neither do narcissists. They can't stand it. They can't stand someone proving how wrong they are. It chews away at their pride and ego. That's how Candace is. If it's going to attack her pride and ego, she's not trying to go through that. She cares more about her image and PR than she cares about the truth with facts and evidence. That girl is not trying to go to court. I just say sue her because that's what she asked for. You asked for it. So yeah.
That I could put together. I can't. Bye. Sorry, it's making me giddy. I can't even. The idea of putting together that kind of a timeline, it fills me with Christmas spirit. I can't even.
But the Macron
think
lawsuit
about that.
led her to a motion to dismiss.
It's too exciting. The one you feed writes, it's almost like they are purposefully ravishing the reputation. No one is this stupid. Why? Do they just want to rub it in our face that they can do what they want with impunity? Do they want us to feel hopeless? Yeah, it's either we're so. I do think you get like
these
stupid
are the comments
rich.
You all want
know what I mean? You ever mean something like she's stupid rich? Like she's got so much money. Nicola Peltz is stupid rich, right? They don't know what to do. It's like it's pouring in. It's never going away. And so we're just going to inconvenience the rest of you. That's one option. Or, by conspiracy, Elizabeth McCoy, she's coming up in the ranks. She's just in the ear like, yeah, send the cease and desist to Candace. Good idea. Wear the sparkly pants. Send the cease and desist. More glitter. I don't know. We're going to find out anyway. This person just writes donation toward the Lord and truth. Thank you so much for that. And yeah,
What's some comments?
we will keep plugging. I'll let you know how they reply to our response, which is we're happy to pay you since you care about money. And we'll keep you guys posted. We'll see you tomorrow.
They don't want to go to court. Our little punk ass ain't going to court. She's such a coward. What are these the comments I was supposed to look at here? Somebody told me to check out these comments because they go in on her. What? That wasn't her. She still picked and choose which one she wanted to read. Y'all, you can't make this up. If it was some other comments I was supposed to check out, please let me know. You can't make this up. So here's the portion where, you know, this is content creator named Joshua Carr, right? He covers the articles that we're going to check out in a second about the Australian tour and people not getting their refunds. You guys let me know if it was, I thought it was comments in the video that I was supposed to hear. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But please let me know. Because she does exactly what she normally does. She just reads the comments that flatter her. I don't like listening to that because it's redundant. Look, you heard what she was saying, and it's the same old crap. It's like we just listened to 40 minutes of you breathing hard in the mic. I'm not listening to her read comments where she's flattering herself. If they went in on her, maybe that's not it. I didn't pick that up on that video, but maybe it's something else, and I'm not aware. Her replies to comments was funny, but someone did say her coat was going in on her. Yeah, someone told me that. Someone told me her coat went in on her. Oh boy, that's something else. Yeah, that's breaking news. That's, to me, I will be quick to jump on that to see her coat actually go after her than anything else. But you know, I could be wrong. I didn't see any comments or anything. Y'all let me know if I'm missing it. All right, y'all. So this young man did a video about the Australian tour and how there's no one getting refunds and stuff. And something has happened now with the money because it's starting to go funny. So let's check this out. Shout out to Joshua Carr. Let's get to it.
That they put out was in reference to a video that Candace posted about a month ago. If you don't remember, she got very, very angry with Ben Shapiro. Here's a reminder in case you missed what she said.
What can we get out to her? We're going to sue her into bankruptcy again, right? Sue her for every infraction, every word that I don't like, and every time my feelings are hurt. Because what you really believe in is Baal Barith. That's what your people believe in. You believe that you are contract lords and that people are not allowed to violate contracts or you will ruin them for years. You fire someone and you effectively stalk and harass them for years after. I'm here to let you know that I'm done with it. I am done with it. This one is so fully off of the mother effing plantation. Truly, Ben Shapiro, you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
So in response to that, the Daily Wire released this music video.
Far down the road, sun settling down, miles away from the nearest town. Two best friends with nothing to do, converting my tiny horse. Now he's a Jew. Me and my little horse, clip clop, hooray. Friendship grows in every way. You don't need wings or a magic force, just a kind heart and a tiny horse. Me and my miniature horse. Me and my miniature horse.
I love it.
Me and my miniature horse.
Oh, this is so adorable.
Clip clop, best friends for life.
That is a vibe. It's good stuff. Honestly, could be Ben Shapiro's second top 10 on the charts on Apple Music. We'll see. That was not the only video they posted, though. They also posted a video making fun of Candace Owens' claim that she is a dream prophetess, since that's been a big theme on her show. This seems to be in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, since that is today. This video is entitled, I Have a Dream.
I had a dream. And like I said, this one was clear. I had a dream that Charlie was betrayed. I had a dream, and I feel as strongly about the dream that I had that Charlie was betrayed by people closest to him. Never ignore your subconscious. That's why I say I pay attention to my dreams.
Have you ever had a dream that...
No, you had a dream. Charlie told you he was... Yeah, Charlie told me that he was betrayed. Charlie was sitting on the patio and he was eating hummus. He's like, this is the best hummus I've ever tasted in my life. I had a dream. It was so clear. I promise you can actually fact check this with Village Crazy Lady, my girl Mel.
You do.
Loving your emails, telling me about your dreams. People in Turning Point had dreams. Dreams can give you some sort of intuition. And I certainly think that mine gave me a lot of intuition. The cool kids don't pay any mind when they have a very vivid dream. And Charlie in the dream says he was betrayed. Oh, the cool kid, that's so, it's not cool. I have been having a lot of dreams.
You want
Candace Owens, and to try to paint her as a crazy person because she had a dream. And I'm sticking with the dream. But many people actually had dreams and they email me them all the time. And I had another vivid dream. The dream was so vivid. It was like, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, they're just going on vibes in a dream. That Candace show. That's it. She had a dream and now she's just blindly pointing the finger at everybody. Tell me who betrayed you. It wasn't until the third week after his death that finally one face came through in this dream. It came through as clear as day around the corner of the restaurant. And it was
you want him to do you so much you could do anything.
Sorry, that was a dream that I had.
All right, so it's all fun and games, and I think the mockery is well-deserved, but the real news from the week is that Candace Owens is defrauding her audience.
Yeah,
There's a story coming out of Australia. Candace Owens was going to hold a live tour there a few months ago, if you didn't hear, and they denied her visa, which is pretty funny. You know, I'm not going to talk about that. I don't know if that was justified or not. She said some pretty horrible things. I don't really know why you would let someone like that in your country. You know, I'm pretty strict on immigration. If someone said horrible things in general as an American citizen, and, you know, let's say they were people from the UK, for example, I'd be like, yeah, why do we want them here? Honestly, why do we want them to spread information? That's my opinion, but whatever. Because of that, she had to cancel her show in Australia. Normally, what good people do is when they cancel their show, they refund the money to the people who bought the tickets.
Right.
And of course, she did not do that. This is according to The Guardian. They say the promoter of Candace Owens' blocked Australian tour has gone into liquidation, with ticket holders still waiting for...
Yeah, they've gone into liquidation. You can't make this up. They have gone into liquidation. You can't make this up. They went into liquidation. Now you tell me, how easy do you think it's going to be for people to get their money back? While Candace is sitting on a show every day, making millions. People who spent $95 of their hard-earned money to buy a ticket to this event in Australia on her tour can't even get their money back. They've gone into liquidation. Let's continue.
According to The Guardian, they say the promoter of Candace Owens' blocked Australian tour has gone into liquidation, with ticket holders still waiting for refunds more than a year later.
Wow.
Roxman, the insolvent tour promoter, has repeatedly promised all ticket holders will be refunded for the American Conservative Commentators Tour after leaving some waiting more than a year for repayments. A spokesperson for Roxman said the cancellation seriously affected the company's touring arm, which faced significant upfront costs and would only see revenue if events proceeded. Quote, the cancellation, combined with existing tax obligations, created a real risk that the company could enter an insolvent trading period if it continued operating without restructuring, the spokesperson said. The promoter declared insolvency in December. Documents filed with the corporate regulatory show it had a $68,000 debt to the Australian Taxation Office and no assets other than a bank account of an undeclared value. And this is the kicker. At the end, it is unlikely any money will be paid to those owed by Roxman, according to its liquidator, David Sampson. As ATO spokesperson said, the agency would pursue the recovery of outstanding tax debts through the liquidation process. So they took
you can't make this up. No. Candace, they're going to file a class action lawsuit on your ass. Not just the people she took the money from, but the promoters as well, if they know what's good for them. Or they can be named as co-defendants right along with Candace Owens. and then end up owing more money. You don't think these people are going to flip on Candace? Trust me when I tell you, they would rather be on the side of those who have also been duped that bought these tickets than to try to support Candace, knowing that they can't even get their money back because she booked something not knowing or not having her visa secured. And it gets mad at an entire country for telling her you're not welcome here, as if they don't have the authority and the right to tell her to kick rocks. This is insane. And the cult members want you to think about Erica Kirk to Australia. If you support Candace Owens, you're not getting your money back. What the hell are you going to do? What you going to do? It's been well over a year. How are you going to do this? Some banks have a timely filing limit when it comes to you saying, hey, I need to do a trace to get my money back because I was scammed. Most banks on average give you like 180 days to file something. Otherwise, they're not going to go back a full year ago and say, hey, you need to give me my money back from this ticket I bought. It was $95. Especially when the promoter has declared insolvency. The promoter declared insolvency in December. It shows that documents show that the corporate regulators show it had a $68,395.54 debt. That's just for the taxes. Yeah, you can't make almost 69 grand for taxes. And they have no other assets than a bank account of an undeclared value. Who knows how much is in that account? But let's say, the promoter is telling the truth to the court. Because if you lie to the court about your finances, that's perjury. But let's say they're telling the truth and they only have that account with that amount of money in it. And they say, Your Honor, I need this money to live. I cannot afford to give back $68,000. I can't afford to cover that. Especially when they planned on making the money back after paying the cost up front, which is the dumbest way to do things when it comes to a narcissistic, pathological liar. You never, ever pay anything up front for people like Candace. Candace will leave you high and dry and push you in front of the bus and let it run you over if it means her getting away with something. Here's where I'm starting to believe that her appeal for the visa had nothing to do with her just wanting to exercise free speech. It was because she planned this event. She knew people had started purchasing tickets. She knew the promoter had already put up money up front. And she needed to do that event in order to make the money back. But look what happens when things don't go her way and she didn't get the visa. She spent more money in attorney's fees. She filed that appeal and then was ordered by the court to pay the government's court cost for having to even litigate her stupid ass appeal. Plus, her attorneys cost a lot of money. You're talking about international representation here. Those billable hours aren't cheap. So between her attorney's fees and the judgment she's ordered to pay, and who knows if she even paid that, you really think you have a chance of getting a refund now with the promoter declaring insolvency? They've been sitting on this for over a year. That means they really didn't have the money to pay up front. They had to rely on revenue coming in to be able to even function. That's where the promoter went wrong. But if the promoter knows what's good for them, they will lead a class action lawsuit against Candace to get that damn money back. And then hopefully all those who got tickets are able to get the money back through that class action lawsuit. And then just go after Candace's assets and all of that. She's worth $244 million. This heifer is dropping thousands of dollars on shirts, people. I want y'all to keep that in mind. She's spending over $1,000 on a shirt. That's at least 10 people getting their money back with $1,000. At least 10 people. With the cheapest ticket price. The cheapest ticket was $95. So at least 10 people can get their money back if she doesn't spend $1,000 on a damn shirt. How are people going to get their money back? I've been talking about this since last year, October. Now we're going into January 22nd. You can't make this stuff up.
As ATO spokesperson said, the agency would pursue the recovery of outstanding tax debts through the liquidation process. So they took the people's money and ran with it. And by the way, just to know how this all works, if they're able to get down to some assets for this company, it's going to the IRS. The ATO is the IRS of Australia. It's going there first, right? And then it might go towards their outstanding debts, but it's never, the last person on that list is the customers. There's no way anybody is getting this money back. Ticket Booth, which is the platform that sold the tickets, released their own statement. They said this, trying to cover their own butts. They said, we're writing to inform you about our Candace live tickets. We understand the situation's been frustrating. They go on to—
You want me to show proof of which documents? The court documents? Because I literally went over court documents. I have a video where I actually go over the court documents. She was ordered to pay a judgment. Which documents are you referring to? Anything I say. Are we reading the same thing here? You want me to pull up articles on this? The court documents are available online. I cover them in a whole video as well. You can Google search the court documents, the High Court of Australia. The High Court of Australia. I would suggest you start there. It's a Google search. I mean, I don't have a reason to make up somebody having to be ordered to pay a judgment in another country because they incurred, legal costs for filing an appeal. That's not free. Filing an appeal is not free. You go. I have a playlist with Candace where I go over those documents as well. I think I have at least 2 videos going over the court documents because I gave a status update on them and I showed them. I even dropped the links to the websites you can go on and pull those court documents. That's not something nobody need to keep that. These are public documents. You can go online and Google. No one has to say that. Let's see here. Yeah, they're downplaying the whole letter. She got a breach of contract letter, which is 1,000 times worse than a C&D letter. Exactly. She breached the contract. This is why we read here in the Lady Luck Club. Because I want you all to I want you all to see why these court documents mean a lot. That's information that's available to the public. It's not secret. Yeah, Lisa said, just said, do you think so? A prenup? Oh man, George is gonna be like, you know what? I'm leaving. He's gonna go back home. He's gonna be so broken. Yeah, it's like an ultimate slap in the face for her to obsess over another married man that's not deceased. But then for her to ignore that she actually is married herself and with 4 kids. And the fact that she didn't have $244 million getting into their marriage. But they're going to treat the money coming into that household as combined income. So as long as they're married, whatever judgment she's ordered to pay, that's coming out of money between the both of them. They're not going to just say, well, no, we're not going to touch your husband's money. No, that's combined income. So the courts are going to consider what is the combined income of the household. All their assets together. So if they're valued at $244 million, she can't go into court talking about, I'm so broke, I'm being sued into bankruptcy. Okay, well, you just gonna have to file bankrupt. You wanted to be sued. You said, sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all the smoke. I don't care who it is. I don't care what company is listening. Okay, cool. They said checkmate. And now they're doing exactly what you have been crying and screaming for them to do. Candace, just take the court case like a champion. Pay that court costs and give people their money back. Y'all, this is unbelievable. I don't know if they got a prenup or not. What's going on, Nora? How you doing, honey? What's happening? Good evening to you. If he's smart, he got a prenup. If George is smart by a little bit, we all see right now he's not. He's not very bright. But if he really cared financially about his security, just a little bit, he would have gotten a prenup done. It seems like they're arranged anyway. So I think the biggest benefit would be for her to stay in the marriage with him. But I'm hoping he got a prenup done, because if not, George, you are screwed. And even if he tries to divorce her, he will still have to pay child support and alimony. So I'm telling y'all right now, he's going to think twice when he starts seeing all these judgments being issued against him, or issued against her, really, where his money ends up being affected. Because they can't go to court lying about their finances. They do that financial affidavit, and they go in there and they lie like hell on that financial affidavit. And then, of course, the Macron's attorney, they're going to do their due diligence. They're going to follow the money everywhere it leads them to. Even through all these bogus LLCs she has. And guess what? Wherever they found the money, they're just going to add that on. Your Honor, there's $100,000 here in this LLC. There's $2 million over here in this LLC. She has $5 million over here in this account. She's got $10 million in this account. Yeah, they're going to find the money. You can't go to court talking about, oh, I'm going to be broke and bankrupt. Not when you and George are valued at $244 million. No, the hell you will not. You think the judge is going to just sit there and just listen to Candace Owens just lie to his face? Yeah, no. You can't make this up. Let's get back to this, y'all. Then we'll pull up the article.
Say Ticket Booth is a self-service ticketing platform used by independent event organizers. For Candace Live, ticket payments were processed directly through the event organizer's payment facility. They did not receive or hold these funds. It is not the merchant of record. They go on to say at the end, as the event organizer had entered liquidation, customers may now be considering unsecured creditors of the organizer. To inquire about submitting a claim through the liquidation process, you may wish to contact the appointed liquidator. And then they say you may also want to contact your bank. So they're essentially saying there's nothing we can do about it. At this point, your best opportunity to get your money back is to try to claim that this was fraud from your bank. You know, maybe your credit card, if you paid with a credit card, might give you some money back. Chances are it's not. So at this point, it is estimated that it was between 500,000 and 1.5 million Australian dollars that were taken, because this was somewhere between 10 and 20,000 seats that they were trying to fill on this tour.
That's a lot.
And because they're liquidating, again, zero chance that any of that money is going back to customers. Now, I understand that Candace didn't want to be denied her visa in Australia. She obviously didn't want this to happen at all. She wanted to make money off this tour, but she is the one that made the deal with the vendors and the promoters for the show.
Exactly.
And if she can't even
and she bears the responsibility, because the vendors and the promoters could easily file a lawsuit against her. You got a promoter having to declare insolvency. They're bankrupt. They're out of money. They don't have any money. There's no liquidity. They can't make an asset liquid right now. The well has run dry. And it's because everything was done prematurely. I can guarantee you, if they decided to file a lawsuit against her, that would come up. You planned this thing, you booked everything before you secured a visa. You just don't do it that way. Everybody knows this. You don't have to travel internationally to know. If you're going to be out scheduling events and all this other stuff, make sure you have a visa. Don't do anything until you secure a visa. Work on getting your visa first and then schedule and plan a tour. It's so ridiculous. This is like Candace's MO. Let me just do things on a whim. And then if it backfires, let me be quiet about it and say nothing. People have lost their money, having to declare insolvency, stuck with $69,000 bills just for taxes. Vendors can't get paid because, there was no event. And now if you're past, because shout out to Saint, she said, Hey, so how you doing, honey? If it's past 560 days, is this a particular bank you're referring to, Saint? Saint said it sometimes depending on the situation, we can go back 560 days. So that would be a little over a year. Was it like a year and 3 months or something like that? So if that be the case, is it a specific bank? Because my bank don't do that. I'm just saying flat out. My bank don't do that. I got 180 days on my bank. If not, hopefully, if you're able to name the banks that can do that, go back 560 days. And then you guys, for those who purchase tickets, go back and see the date of the date you purchased the ticket and see at the very least if your bank is able to go back that far. And then you can pull up these articles I'm about to pull up right quick. And I'll drop the links. And you can show this to your bank to say, listen, something went horribly wrong. The promoters, the vendors, the promoters are declaring insolvency. I can't, request a refund directly from the vendors. All these people, I need help. Here's what's going on with this. This is all over the news. Here are the links to these articles that are, basically reporting on the financial situation. And Candace is sitting over there on $244 million damn dollars. Personally, she should be ultimately held responsible. She should have never made the agreement. She did not have her visa. And that would be a good argument to make in court. And I just don't understand why this promoter just won't sue her for that $69,000. Y'all, this is crazy. His LLC, which is on the Macron's case, will be a part of that. She has a prenup. Yep. Oh, good. Shout out to you. Hi, LLC. Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. Just saying that would be very interesting. That's why she's hustling hard. Yep. Good for George. Yeah, you got one thing right in that lavender marriage. You got a prenup. You can't make this up. Oh, the way George's family is towards Candace, they insisted George didn't make that money. It's his father's. Oh, probably more reason for him to have a prenup. TPUSA is like a $250 million a year company that to that serious damages. Yeah. She's trying to bankrupt TPUSA, but she's crying about being bankrupted after yelling, sue me, I want subpoena power. I feel like I have to play that video again. Candace bankrupted this ticket holder promoted. Exactly. Yep. Your mom has a visa. What? Yep, it's Candace's responsibility. It is. She made the deal with the vendor and the promoters. And she failed to secure her visa. So she couldn't even give them an assurance that the event was going to take place because here she is battling out being denied a visa. Because this is what happens, Candace, when you run your mouth and say things that are provably false, when you're highly defamatory, when your words incite violence or acts of violence or words of violence and threats upon people's lives. This is what happens. An entire country shows us all how it's done by telling you, kick rocks. You're not coming here. They owe you nothing. They do not have to let you in their country. And now you've screwed it up for a promoter and for these vendors. Because you went and ran your mouth and said some awful things that you will never apologize for, and you didn't care about the backlash. It is all her fault. It's all her fault. You can't expect people to want to do business with you, Candace. No one owes you a damn thing. TPUSA does not have to put you on their payroll. There's no way Candace does not know about this. She just doesn't care. That's why she doesn't talk about it. Candace does not talk about stuff like this. She's not trying to figure out a way to get people their money back. She's a soulless miscreant from hell. This has got to be the biggest dupe ever. It's like it's no different than her just taking money out of people's hands and saying, I'm offering you nothing in return. I'm just taking your money. The end. That will be considered theft. If you cannot try to get people money back when you made this agreement with vendors and contractors, with promoters. That was so crazy.
Fund. Her own audience What makes us think that she has any shred of integrity? I really do think when you look at how people run their businesses, independent of what they're selling or what they're doing, look at the internal things going on in their business. If they can't even do that right, you should not trust them at all. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're buying grocery bags from a business. Okay, if they can't handle their internal squabblings, don't buy the grocery bags. Who knows the quality that you're going to be buying? For Candace Owens, if she can't even refund her own audience, what makes you think that she has any integrity in her show? I mean, that is just brutal. She makes millions of dollars a year from her audience. From her audience. It doesn't come from anyone else. It comes from sponsors, and they only care about your audience. That's how this business works. And so you have to understand that there is a give and pull, a give and take between creators and the audience. And the audience at the end of the day is the client.
Yep.
And it is the person that you have some sort of allegiance to. It's just the truth. And she can't even help them when they're going to see her own show. Like, they wanted to go support her. I don't know why they would want to do that, but whatever. That's what they wanted to do. And the lowest ticket price, as far as I'm aware, was $95.
Yep.
And she won't even pay them back what they paid the vendor. I think that's nasty. Hey, guys, it is tax season.
Y'all, this is so very true. It's nasty work, Candace. Nasty work. So if you guys want to see more documentation on this, this is on msn.com. It says here, this is the Times of India. Candace Owens Australia tour controversy deepens as promoter collapses, leaving fans unpaid after visa denial and liquidation. So I will drop the link to this article in the chat. And then if you can, contact your bank, your credit card company. It's always good to give them some level of evidence and documentation to show, look, I bought a ticket for this event for this weird ass alien that came from outer space. You know, she calls herself a White Walker and all. And she charged me $95. And now that the promoter has declared insolvency, they're not giving people their money back. I need to know what's going on. I mean, Candace, you know, the fact that she won't even bring this up just shows how soulless she is. Candace, you owe people a bunch of money. I've been saying this for months, by the way, y'all. I already showed you all the Google search. If you Google search this, one of my videos pop up. I've been saying this. You owe people money, Candace. And this is why I like to go over these court documents just to show you all, like the federal lawsuit, the meme coin. Candace is very capable of defrauding people. It's a matter of just proving that she is willing to do that. It's not even a matter of if, it's how she does it. Fraud can take many forms. This is one of them. You took people's money for an event where you did not even have a visa secured. It means that you could not promise you would even be there and show up. And now you don't even want to acknowledge that people are still owed a refund. And she's treating it as if it's not her fault. She picks and chooses when she wants to be a grown-ass woman. Candace, go put on a Depends or a Pamper. Pull on your big girl pull-ups. And take your ass out and go figure out how to pay these people back. You agreed to work with these vendors and the promoters. And you knew that you could not promise an event if you couldn't get a visa and actually show up at the event. And what was she going to talk about? That's what I'm curious about here. What the hell she was going to say that was so important to charge people $95? That's the cheapest ticket. Cheapest. The VIP tickets were $1,500. And that just included a 5-course meal. That's the VIP. It's like a backstage access, and then you get to have a little meal with her. Maybe some Kool-Aid or something. Who knows? I would question if it looked red. You can't make this up. And now all of that to waste because they paid money up front. It was upfront costs they had to cover. And for what? The promoter is out of money and declaring insolvency. She won't even give the promoter the $68,000. At least make him even and whole. She won't even do that. So hopefully the promoter files a class action and then everybody can just join in on that for the pain and suffering of it all, because no one deserves this. I'm be honest. No one deserves this. I hate to see people get duped. Even if it is a dumb cult member, I hate to see people get duped. This is highly unnecessary. And for her to sit here to try to just mock it by saying, I'll probably go out there, we'll try again next year, the year after, we'll see. No, because now you're trying to make a decision on whether or not you're going to just keep people's money hostage, because you're trying to give them this false hope that you're going to go out there and do an event. No, let them decide. Give them their money back. And then if they decide to purchase another ticket and somehow Australia opens the gates for you to come in, then you let the people decide whether or not they want to buy a ticket to go see you. But you don't make a decision to say, well, we'll try to get out there next year, the year after, and then you still fail to give a refund back. No, it's not how the hell this works. Do not let her get away with this. Because if she's already being named as a co-defendant in a federal lawsuit over a pump and dump scheme with a fake meme coin, I don't find it hard to believe that she would defraud her own people with ticket sales, especially when you're dropping $95. Who the hell has $100 to just buy a ticket like that to go see her? Some of these people may have worked hard and saved up money for that. And they did this in support of her, because people don't have to go out and pay money to see her in person. You can watch her every day on her show. But this is how she treats her own audience. Y'all, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Shout out to Conscious in the building. How you doing? Happy New Year to you and your mom, to your family. I hope all is well. Do you mind dropping the YouTube channel link for Conscious in the chat? You guys go check her out. She's a fantastic content creator. She's absolutely funny. Hey, Carl, happy birthday. Oh, that cartoon is something else. It just stuck in my head. I love it. Just shout out to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, yeah. You can go look up the proof. You want people to spoon feed you information you can Google? Make that make sense. Go Google it. Or watch my other videos where I go over it. Hell no, I'm never seeing bits of your whim. Child, please. The code members think I owe them something. Just laugh over me. Child, boo. They don't even want to read and Google. Can't make this up. Her YouTube channel is the evidence. Exactly. Candace is the one dodging this stuff. You can't make this up. Who said that she was anti? We didn't ever say she was anti-Semitic. Are you talking to me? You must be talking to somebody in the chat. Because I never said she's anti-Semitic at all. I said she's an asshole. I can say that. I don't understand. What are you doing? How do you refund money you never receive? Candace is a deadbeat. Exactly. The Janelle lie. How you doing? Oh man, the Candy Coat members think she's so intelligent. They really do, because they don't even want to Google and read themselves. I said Candace is lying and taking money from people. You got this comment talking about anti-Semitic. Talking about it said that. Is she stealing money from people? She's keeping money that doesn't belong to her. That's theft. Candace, pay these people their money back. You can't make this up. Francisca said, same way that you would use their 8-part series in court in the Macron case. Australia has every right to ban her from their country. You watch your channel to do your own research. Exactly. It makes no sense. I think she spends more than she earns. If she won the lottery, she'd be broke in a year. Cruising babes at Babs. Is it Babs? That's absolutely on point. The fact that she spends stupid money on a t-shirt, it speaks volumes. On these ugly ass blazers and shirts she wears, this girl will drop $500-$600 to $1,000 on these tops, just on the top. That's not including the people she pays to do her hair and makeup and all of that. She didn't do that stuff herself. People come in and actually do that for her. She has a team. I'm sure she's paying them some sort of salary. Then she's got George. He's there. He's sitting in a closet, but he's there. George, bring your ass out this closet and tell Candace to pay these people their money back. Candace is absolutely responsible. It's her dumb event. It's her tour. She realizes I can't do this without promoters and event planners. and vendors that will come in, bring the food, a vendor to help do security, a vendor to do this, vendor to make t-shirts. She paid vendors to do all the stuff. And couldn't even promise that she would be able to show up. Just the basics. She failed to cover. That's why she wanted to file that appeal. She could have just said, listen, I have to do this tour. I won't even come back. But there are just too many people that are relying on getting this money back with me showing up. And I have to do this tour. She'd even try to just, be amenable for 5 minutes and say, listen, I won't say anything dumb or stupid, but if I don't do this show, too many people are going to be financially harmed. And that's what I'm trying to look out for here. You don't have to like what I said, but I'm honest when I say that. I don't want people to be left hanging financially. Please let me do at least one show. And I will leave the same night. Like anything to avoid this situation. Not even trying to think outside the box, Candace. So you come from outer space and land on our planet, and you have no ideas at all. You can't make this up, man. Oh my God. Let's see here. So you guys please make sure you check out this article here. I was trying to see if I can get one of the monsters, please drop Conscious's YouTube channel link in the chat. That way I can highlight it. And you guys can go check her out. Let me know when you drop it. Man, y'all, this is something else. All right, everyone coming in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the, sometimes the cult members come for the banter. It is what it is. I'm not doing any reading and researching for them, though. They be able to do that on their own. Chabu. So it says here, you guys, the article link has been posted in the chat as well. I do have another article link. Any information you can give to your bank, credit card company to help facilitate some sort of a refund process, pull it up and give it to them. Okay? Pull up and give it to them. It's really unfortunate it had to come down to this. Candace Owens is once again in the news, but this time it's not for her speeches. Company that promoted her canceled Australia tour has gone into liquidation, leaving many ticket buyers still waiting for their money. The tour promoter, Roxman, collapsed months after Owens was denied a visa to enter Australia. The decision came just weeks before her planned national speaking tour in 2024. Y'all, this is 2 years ago. This is going back to 2024. Tickets for the event started at $95, but refunds still have not been paid to many fans even more than a year later. Australia's Immigration Minister Tony Burke blocked the visa, saying Owens could create social tension in the country. Owens challenged the move, but the Australia's High Court later supported the government's decision, with the tour officially canceled and the promoter now insolvent. Ticket holders are left with little hope. Y'all, this is crazy. Roxman confirmed it entered liquidation in December, according to documents filed with the Australia's corporate regulator. The papers show the company owed $68,395.54 to the Australia Taxation Office and had no listed assets apart from a bank account of unknown value. Man, you can't make this up. So this is a Twitter expose from Aaron Smith. For those holding Candace Owens tour tickets, please enjoy the full experience, including the permanent absence of refunds. Can't make this up. Candace, this is so hood sugar booger of you. Just a hood sugar booger. You can't make this up. Promoter behind U.S. right winger Candace Owens blocked Australia tour, goes into liquidation. And she said nothing about this. She didn't even care about this promoter. The spokesperson for Roxman explained how the visa block hit the company hard. Cancellation seriously affected the touring arm of the business. Candace should have learned to stop saying dumb crap that have no validity to it at all and think everyone is supposed to be tolerant of it. Nope. I always say this. Everyone wants to say, people who want to say dumb things. I always talk about, free speech and all that. Well, we have the right to not listen to your dumb nonsense. Just like I exercise the right not to read stupid ass comments in my chat. I just exercise that right. You think you have the right to say whatever you want? I have the right to not read the crap and to kick you out of my chat. That's just how it goes. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't force your BS on me. And you don't have to even listen to me at all. It's a choice. I always give the choice. There's always an option. A spokesperson said, we are already paid large upfront costs. Look at this. We had already paid large upfront costs and would only earn money if the events went ahead. Candace should have did what she needed to do to ensure that those events went ahead and that she secured a visa first. It's ass backwards the way she did this. They added the cancellation combined with existing tax obligations created a real risk that the company could enter an insolvent trading period if it continued operating without restructuring. This is insane. The company's liquidator, Dave Sampson of BPS Resolved, said it is unlikely that creditors, including ticket holders, will receive any money. The Australian Taxation Office also confirmed it would try to recover unpaid taxes through the liquidation process because the ATO is going to try to get their money first. That's just how it is. Y'all know when you owe the tax in your IRS here in the U.S., they getting their money first. They don't care about your other creditors. You owe them money, they getting it first. Even if they have to garnish your wages, money, anything you get coming in. If you have to go and declare bankruptcy or something like that, there's a repossession or, they go and get your house and car, they sell everything that's valued to get their money back. The government will get their money back. So ATO will get whatever money they can recover from this liquidation. And all the ticket holders, basically, you guys have paid for nothing. You pay for Candace to waste money on attorney's fees because she failed to just be a human and to stop lying and making false statements. And then expecting an entire country to be okay with her BS. Child boo. You can't make this up. We're taking actions to ensure we collect tax in accordance with the law. An ATO spokesperson said, not paying tax affects everyone. It does. This is something else. Y'all think Candace cares? Hell no. She's too busy showing photos of Brigitte Macron mocking her as ET in a wig. Yeah, she's too busy being mad about that and TPUSA sending her a cease and desist. She could care less about this promoter or anybody that purchased these tickets. Candace Owens has even treated her own supporters with contempt. Because she does. Except the cult members are too brainwashed to see that. They defend her. Her dumb bots are just dumb bots. It is what it is. But you have real human beings that will still defend her regardless, even though she could care less about them. She'll listen to my video before she listens to one of them simps videos that kiss her butt for an entire hour. She don't care nothing about what they talking about. All they doing is parroting her talking points. No, she listens to people like me because she wants to see what I'm saying and doing. Candace, you can kick rocks. Pay these people their money back. You're bad at this, Candace. I keep telling you that you are bad at this. Yeah, so that's the MSN article. And here's another one just as a secondary source, factually.co. All the information you all can gather up and give to your banks and credit card companies, go give it to them. That way you all can, at the very least, try to get whatever you can recover. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. So if anybody is in the chat that has, and listen, if you need the help, let us know. We will raise some funds to help you out because I hate to see people get duped. I really do. I hate to see this happen to people. No one deserves this. Be out of $95, I would be mad as hell, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. That's a water bill, and that's about it. And my gas bill. I can pay a couple bills with that. Like, people don't have money to waste like that now. And Candace, being that she does waste money on stupid stuff, could care less. Y'all, this is something else. She has the gross income. So the gross income does not equal the cost for securing vendors. Who has that money? Child. They paid for this stuff like they paid the facility to try to get the building secured and all of that. Candace is not missing out on anything in all of this. She's not losing any money. That's what's so crazy. Her followers knew the risk, please. I know they do. I still feel bad, but you know the cult members they are what they are. You know I don't pay them any money any other time. Hopefully they learn their lesson. Here's to that. Learn your lesson. Stop giving Candace your money. You work too hard for it. She has not. And this girl is sitting here begging TPUSA to put her on their payroll. That speaks volumes. You can't make this up. Stacy says, what sickens me the most about Candida. That use affection. This. She will attack anyone and everyone and say the most delicious things. And then when you respond back, egregious things, I guess you said delicious. It's all good. I get it. Things, and then you respond back. She cries victim. They're attacking me. Psychotic. Exactly. The salacious. I got you. Salacious things. There you go. Okay. She will pay court fees. Did she pay the fees she was ordered to pay? I'm wondering. She was ordered to pay some fees. Somebody said, I need help. I need money help. I need 10 grand help. Oh, I'm waiting on my 7 grand. We may not be able to help you with the 10 grand now. No. I'm waiting my 7 grand to come from Israel. I guess it's supposed to be coming from Israel somehow, somewhere, some way. I don't know if it's coming in a paper check. There's going to be an EFT, a gift card. Who knows? There's $7,000 worth of gift cards for Target. How's that going to go? Because her fan base loves sitting here telling me I'm going to get $7,000. I'm like, okay, cool. Let it happen. When am I getting this money? Because I still don't have it. Can't make this up, y'all. And our audience might think that they are rebels against the original narrative. And they also might believe they can outsmart FBI and government because they watch Candace Owens, but can't put 2 + 2 without conspiracy. No, right? All right, what's 6 times 3? Flat Earth theory. You can't make this up. It's not even a number. Don't forget, Candace doesn't know the difference between the letter N and the number 9. Oh my God, her pirate ship is sinking. I got you. I got you, Stacey. You said we checked that statement, read the other one. Let's see. Yeah, this is sad, man. This is sad. Candace, you just effing up all around. So she's gonna sit back and just dupe her audience, you know, and not even think about getting refunds or anything. Owens team has rejected responsibility for fulfilling refunds. Y'all see that here, because she's like, I ain't paying them back, because she doesn't care. These are her fans. These are her fans that she's saying, I'm not paying these people back. I don't care. And they probably still gave her a super or a cash app or something, buying her t-shirts and hats, using their rent money to sit here and try to get Candace's attention. It's the same. They don't care. They have a hive mentality, and they're sycophants. She say jump, they say how high. They don't even ask, why are you asking us to jump? We're bots. Bots don't jump. Can't make this up. Oh man. So here's more information. Y'all listen. I have a couple videos. One of them was sent to me. Which one of y'all sent me this? I don't have Facebook, so I had to kind of like pause it. It was sent to me. I think Colleen, I think you sent me this from Twitter X. As a matter of fact, let me start with that. This video on Twitter X from Cinema Shogun, y'all. He's so funny. This post here it just speaks volumes here. The fact that she will get mad at breaching a contract with TPUSA, because see, they are playing chess, Candace. They made sure to get your ass on a breach of contract. Moreover, on defamation. This is priceless. They say, y'all, we're gonna do this the right way. We wanna make sure if we got to take you to court. We want it to stick. So they hit her with a breach of contract. Oh, this is epic. So you guys see here, Cinema Shogun is huge over there on Twitter X. Shout out to him. Candace Owens just revealed that her and her network of influencers are starting to get cease and desist orders. Looks like TPUSA is done playing nice with these weirdo grifters. Now Candace is immediately pivoting to gossiping about Taylor Swift and the Beckhams, because apparently wedding dress drama is more important than figuring out who killed her bestest friend, Charlie Kirk. Candace was never going to tell us. She hated him. She doesn't care who pulled the trigger on the gun. She just wants to make money off of it. That's why she's not going to ever say that. Because in her world, as long as my cult members and bots are pushing this narrative that leave people wanting for more, people are going to keep coming back and watching. While she still offers nothing else. So this video right here, I haven't seen this.
One day I'm going to go on a global tour called the...
But this is I think it's a live stream she did right before her show yesterday, because she's wearing the same ugly ass shirt. So let's check this out here. Hold on, let's expand this right here. This is what she posted up.
One day I'm going to go on a global tour called the Candace Owens Eras Tour, and for my lawsuit era,
Australia said no thanks. So that's going to be one whole country that's not going to let you in. And please remember, Candace, you and Umar is as stupid as you all really are. Seem to forget that Africa is a continent, not a country. So when you say you're going to Africa, you need to name the country in Africa, because Africa is a continent, not a country. They say stuff like, I'm going to Africa. Okay, what country are you going to? You're going to the continent. We got it. Where are you going to actually go specifically? You can't make this up.
I want you to come dressed as Brigitte Macron, Emmanuel. You can come dressed now as Erica Kirk, because I just got a letter from Turning Point USA, or you can come dressed as Blake Lively. Just do whatever. It's going to be a fantastic time. Until then, I'm going to tell you about this cease and desist from Turning Point USA, because they're sending out a lot of these, apparently, or some of these that we're learning about. It's something to process. We're also then going to pivot, because everything's about lawfare these days, to Brooklyn Beckham. I am just in that story. I care about this story. I don't know why. You know how I...
No, she doesn't. It's something for her to talk about. She actually think people really want to watch that. No, Candace, your cult members want to see you bash TPUSA and Erica Kirk. And they're probably going to want more about these Egyptian planes in Fort Huachuca.
Sometimes just get into the nitty gritty details. And then we have to get to Taylor Swift, who apparently is okay with the bitch word now. Or she's saying bitch now or something.
What?
Join us at the link below. One day I'm going to go on a global tour.
Candace dropping the B word like that. Girl, you got a potty mouth. You can't make this up. That's her complaining and whining and crying about getting hit with a cease and desist and a breach of contract. Anyone has a copy of that letter? Can anyone get their hands on that letter? Let me know if you can, because I would love to read it. If anyone is able to grab a copy of the letter that she was sent, because I mean she made some of it public, and I highly doubt she really tries to post up the full thing without naturally redacting it, because that's what Rules of Finance did. He just redacted like his personal information, even though he doxed someone else and then tried to make it seem like, well, it was on a public document, so I didn't have to redact it. I mean, if we don't need to know it, then don't show it. The hell is that? It's certain things we just don't need to know. Candace's cult members will go after somebody and go to their house. Stop playing. Treat them like the cult members they are. Violent. Can't make this up. No one needs to know where someone lives. At the end of the day, it's not relevant. So this here is from I want to say Colleen sent me this. I want to make sure. Yep, Colleen sent me this. Shout out to Colleen. Now I don't have Facebook, so when I play it, it's gonna start playing automatically. I'm gonna tell you all right now, I'm not getting Facebook. If you see Lady Luck Club LLC over there, you should not. It's a fake account. It's not mine. Because I have no Facebook accounts. None. But Candace, she shows up everywhere. So let's get to this.
It just didn't happen, okay? It found a .30-06 bullet Charlie's death certificate certainly would have reflected that. Medical examiners, feel free to chime in. I've spoken to quite a few. But when the gun and the bullet are known, they are reflected onto the death certificate, okay?
What?
There is not one reflected onto Charlie Kirk's
It would not be
death
on the
certificate.
death
Because
certificate.
she's confusing two completely different documents. The autopsy report and the death certificate are not the same thing, not even close.
Not at
They're
all.
handled by different offices on different timelines for completely different
This is
reasons.
crazy.
Here's how it actually works. When someone dies under suspicious or violent circumstances, gunshot, accident, overdose, anything like that, the body goes to the medical examiner or the coroner. That office performs the autopsy and eventually produces a full forensic report. That report can be 30, 40, sometimes over 100 pages long.
Yep.
It documents every incision, every internal injury, every organ weight, toxicology findings, histology signs, photographs, everything. It's a scientific and legal record, not something that gets uploaded to public databases.
Exactly.
Inside that report is where you'd find references to bullet fragments, trajectory, caliber markings, firearm residue, and the examiner's professional interpretation. It's technical, it's detailed, and it's protected by law. Only
Thank
law
you.
enforcement, the prosecutor, and sometimes next of kin, after the investigation closes, can request copies. So that was that one. The death certificate, I file those, on the other hand, is a civil document that gets filed through the Department of Health or Vital Records. It's
Yep.
meant for statistics, insurance, and estate purposes. It contains 4 essential things: the decedent's identifying information, the cause of death, for example, gunshot wound to the head, wound to the neck, the manner of death, homicide, accidental, natural, undetermined, and the
Right.
certifying physician or medical examiner's signature. That's it. There's no
That's
place
all.
on a death
Exactly.
certificate for bullet type or caliber. You're not going to
Who
see
told her
30-06 Springfield rifle.
Who told Candace this? Candace, you didn't even look up what's on a death certificate? Y'all, this alien of a White Walker could not take 2 minutes to Google the components of a death certificate. This is what I mean by the recklessness of her nonsense. She doesn't even take time to do due process at all. It is unbelievable. She never needed to do this. She did not need to do a video talking about all the medical people can chime in. Why can't you just Google and read? Y'all, she's just a gossip columnist at this point. That's all she is. This is why her cult members keep walking around talking about guns and bullets. They don't even know that it's not going to show up on a death certificate. Basic information that can be researched in Google. She fails to do it. Fails miserably to do it. But then gets mad when Piers Morgan points out that she's not educated and she doesn't have the credentials to be a reporter. Candace, you're bad at this. You are bad at this, you dumb alien. You choose to be stupid. It's like she's just stupid on purpose. It's not even by accident. It's on purpose. When you have information at your fingertips and you can Google information, like what are the components of a death certificate? That's just lazy. You don't go out and just report on something. You don't research basic fundamentals like that. As you all can see, I even pulled up a video about her, shortchanging people with these ticket refunds and just not giving a damn, and 2 articles. I just wanted to do my due diligence with it. But it makes no sense for her not to even Google what's on a death certificate before doing this damn video. And because she knows her audience, she knows they don't read either. They're not going to take time to try to fact check her. That's a fact check. That's quick. This is unbelievable. They will believe anything she says. Candace wants attention and will say anything to get it. Yeah, even lies. But here's the thing. She doesn't even have to lie about that. She could just do a video, get attention, and actually quote something accurate. Candace, you're so bad at this. You don't even know that you don't have to lie about basic information. All you had to do was Google this stuff and look it up. Man, make this make sense. This is madness, and this is the nonsense she pushes out. This is the nonsense she pushes out. She doesn't Google what is on a death certificate. She doesn't even Google and read it. She just says this dumb crap. Whatever there is to know about a gun or a bullet, it will never be found on any death certificate on Earth with any human being. Now, just because an alien doesn't understand how the human body works, doesn't mean that she's got it figured out when it comes to what's reported on the death certificate. No death certificate will list specifics about a bullet or a gun. Not one death certificate will list any information about a bullet or a gun at all on Earth, period. Look, man, the stuff you can't make this up. What's going on, Captain? How you doing? I didn't see you up in here. Shout out to you. Prayer you, y'all. So this is why she got fired from everywhere. People start finding out she was really stupid. Sam said, what's going on? Catherine agreed. I know, right? This is so crazy. She believes that she's an investigator, but it's just a gossip rag propagandist. Exactly. She might as well be that. Her talking about these celebrities, that's right up her alley. I'm gonna be honest. If that's where she's pivoting to, I'm here for it. Go ahead, go on, you White Walker. Just go pivot on that stuff over there. To things that only, these airheads care about. And I don't, what I care about a celebrity, they don't pay my bills. But that's right up her alley. Her talking about the Beckhams and all this other, that's right up her alley. As opposed to her reading information and actually learning something. No, she goes and watches videos about the Beckhams and keeps up with their gossip and see what they're talking about. Because deep down, she really wants to be a part of Hollywood. Yeah, go ahead. Go for the stars, Candace. Can't make this up. So while Candace is refusing to read, so is her coat. Because you just can't make this up. What's going on, Jen? How you doing, Jennifer? Did I see the YouTube channel link for... I'm sorry, I'm scrolling up a little bit. For Conscious. Did we ever see that? Oh, there it is. Is this it? Thank you, Saint. I appreciate it. There you go. Y'all go check out Conscious channel. There it is. That's the link. I just want to make sure I got that in. I try my best. Make sure if you are, a content creator, especially for my mods, if you got channels and stuff, drop your links in the chat. Y'all never have to ask me. Just drop the links. That way you can get some support in here. And I appreciate you all. Go check out Conscious if you will. It has funny segments. I love her reactions when she's like, yeah, yeah, It's so funny. Go check her out. Show her some love. Yeah, this is something else. Oh man, her coat. They'll never learn. They'll never learn. Candace. I still got the Jermaine Stewart photo to show because I saw you put up that ET photo with the wig. I told you every time you do it, I'm gonna put up Jermaine Stewart. I made that clear to you, clown, and you keep doing it. And we can do this all day. Oh man. So since Candace never figured out how death certificates work, we'll let this young lady here, Lauren the Mortician, explain it.
Limited edition, printed on line 27. It's not CSI, it's bureaucracy. Here's what's really going on. The death certificate hasn't even been finalized or filed at all. In Utah, and honestly in most states, that document waits on the autopsy findings, the lab work, and the toxicology results. Until those are complete, the medical examiner files a pending certificate. Nothing is official yet. So when people start saying it couldn't have been a 30-06 because that's not listed on the death certificate, they're mixing up the timeline.
It will not be
the certificate
listed.
Can't reflect information that doesn't exist yet. It isn't magic, it's paperwork. And for anyone implying that somehow they've already seen the examiner's report, let's be clear. Those reports are sealed until the investigation closes.
And it contains medical information. So when she said protected by federal laws, yeah, many. HIPAA being one of them. So when these impersonators impersonating CIA investigators are hacking into systems, I guess, or getting their hands on, private medical information or personal identifiable information, they're invading privacy. That is an offense that can be sued. See, when you do the crime, you pay for it. There's a consequence for it. Do the crime, do the time. Even if it just lands you with a hefty judgment or a fine from a civil proceeding. Why would you want to read this man's medical information? Even if the information is put out there, Candace and her cult aren't going to believe it either way. Why do they still want people to feel as if they're entitled to know something because they're too lazy to Google and read? If they're not going to believe it regardless. Kick rocks. If you don't believe anything that's being said, somehow all of reality in your world is fake. Unicorns fly and rivers are made with milk and honey. What are you doing trying to get people to prove something to you? What the hell for? Don't ask my Luxters over here in the LLC to prove anything to you if you're a cult member when you don't believe it either way. They want the FBI to respond to them, but yet they don't trust the feds while they impersonate federal agents, federal investigators. Can you make this make sense? God, this is ridiculous.
Only the investigating agency and the examiner's office have them. God. Everyone else is speculating. Unless you were in that morgue documenting the evidence, you haven't seen the report. You haven't seen anything.
They did not recover a bullet from a 30-06. They didn't recover a bullet from a 30-06. Just didn't happen. Okay. It found a.
Why she presented no evidence to support that. Y'all, the video just kind of looked over. But she presented no evidence to show that at all. None. She doesn't have the death certificate. And no, she's not going to get any of the medical examiner's information, report, autopsy, none of that. Because Erica Kirk would have to give consent for her to see it. And she will never give her that consent. Because Candace hated Charlie Kirk and he did not marry her. She's not the wife. She gets nothing. All of this because Candace is vindictive and petty. Yeah, she's not going to quit. She's going to keep lying. I say sue her. She's already screamed for it. Y'all, we got to go back to that video. She said, sue me. I want subpoena power. That's what she wanted. That's all I'm saying. She said, sue me. I want subpoena power. This is the last time we're going to play this because it's just epic. For the candy ass cult members, don't get upset when she's being hit with lawsuits. She asked for it.
Acknowledge, but I assume there are non-disparagement agreements in place between Turning Point and Candace Owens because of TPUSA's business arrangement with Blexit. Weird that she knows that we have a business arrangement with Blexit, but she's saying that and it's kind of like dangling like, we could sue you. Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please do me a favor today on the Charlie Kirk case. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from all of you. I don't think you realize how real life this is for me. I went back and listened so hard. I was like, girl, don't care at all. Do not care at all. I'm over it. We're in a new time.
So why is she throwing a tantrum about a lawsuit or a cease and desist letter and a breach of contract? Having been found in violation of this contract when it comes to the NDA. Why is she throwing a temper tantrum of epic proportions? The idea of her being sued. Why is she getting mad about it? Candace, what the hell is wrong with you? Why is she mad about it? I'm curious. Can someone tell me that? Why the hell is she mad about the idea of her being sued when she asked for it? Why? This is something else. I can't believe people follow her for longer than 10 minutes. Oh, man. Y'all, I can't watch her episodes without you all. I just want to thank you all for being my support group. Y'all, we're going to need a Candace assery anonymous class. Like an Alcoholic Anonymous. We got to have a withdrawal. I'm going to make sure you guys don't go through this alone. You can't make this up. And you still have people supporting her that refuses to Google. Make this make sense. They refuse to Google. Oh my God. The Janelle Live said that she could do that fundraiser thing that she paid Mitch to pay back the Australians. Exactly. Listen, fundraise for it. Like, there are people out here who may not have, had the money to spend, but they wanted to just do it because they supported her. And she is ghosting all these people. It's thousands of people, y'all. It's not just a handful of people here. Thousands of people. And she's ghosting all of them at one time. Some people spent $1,500 for the VIP ticket. And they're not getting a dime back. Y'all, this is madness. Oh, it's madness. Catherine said there's 100 different kinds of bullets for that gun. Very common it could have been. And with the engraving, it changes the trajectory and the strength of the ammo. Exactly. We have our residential experts here in the chat. No Reply has put information in the chat for at least 3 different live streams talking about the various grades of the bullet and all of that. I even played a video sent to me where another content creator kind of goes over that in a little skit. And they're stuck on one thing based on what she say. Because Candace is an idiot who knows nothing about guns either. She won't even research information about various grains of a bullet. So they only believe what she says, and she doesn't believe anyone else, but wants to question and challenge everyone to prove something to her. What the hell for? We're not doing this. Nope. We're not proving anything to them. If you brainwash, I'm definitely not wasting my time. I'm not doing it because you're not going to accept it. You're not going to accept the information. Stop asking people to prove something to you when you don't give a damn. It's so crazy. These cult members are ridiculous. Now, let's see here. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in and engaging in the chat. To the Macron, sue me. I want discovery and then wants to end the case. Exactly. She filed this motion to dismiss. Still won't say anything about it. Jennifer said she's hated Charlie for some time. I remember when she unfollowed him everywhere. It was when Ian Carroll started his unfollow C. Kirk campaign. Ian Carroll, her real best friend. He had a campaign to unfollow Charlie Kirk. And Candace did it, and now she wants to pretend like she didn't do that. This is crazy. Why is she pretending like this didn't happen? This is my first time hearing about this as well, Jennifer. So, the guy Ian Carroll, that's the one with the mustache, right? Well, I thought it was a woman. I had not seen a photo of him. I thought it was a woman. But he started a campaign to unfollow C. Kirk. And she was like, yeah, I'm in. And now she doesn't even want to acknowledge it. Like, that's the deception, Candace. It's called lying by omission. You clown. You don't want to brought it up. Lying by omission. She understands that concept when she wants to use it against the Israeli prime minister. When it comes to her lying by omission and being deceitful, then all of a sudden she knows speaking English. She's like, I know speaking English. Now she wants to be Russian. Girl, get your ass up out of our country. You can't make this up. Oh my good Lord. Y'all, reverse psychology. She knows doggone well. She does not want anybody to sue her into poverty like she said to impoverish her. Oh, she's such a victim. I know. It's so crazy. Lisa said I tried watching on Monday by myself. I failed. I don't know. For me, I started having this weird tick where I want to yell at the computer. And I'm just like, why am I yelling at the computer? I might as well go live and then have you all just watch it with me. And we can all rant together. You just can't make this up. Yeah, we can all sit here and rant together. Juju says the alien wants to get sued. Okay, which granted, you narcissistic Candace. That's what I'm saying. What's going on, Diane? Candace is broken, morally bankrupt. Yep. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Oh, man. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Did you change your name? Weren't you in here something else? Yeah, you are. Why are you changing your profile name? What good does that do? The bots, they do stuff like this. It makes no sense. You don't have to change your profile name because your comment still sounds the same. There's no reason to do that. Change your name back to what you had it before. At least you're being consistent. If you're going to stand on business, stand on business. Can't make this up. Yeah, this is why the bots come here. They enjoy the banter. Reels are your evidence. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? These y'all see me pull up articles and information? Like I get it. In your reality, words aren't words. You know, maybe it's just certain sounds you need to hear, a clicker, a light bulb switch, like click clack of a miniature horse. Who knows? Who knows? Whatever you need to help you absorb information, I suggest you go and get the help you need. These long comments are ridiculous, y'all. These bots. Oh, bless the bot's heart. You can't make this up. Yeah, he's the one. Her co-members are riding her smoke wagon. Y'all, what's going on, Satir? Word to God, oh man. How you doing, honey? There you go. I hope you saw your link up in there. That is a cool little icon too. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, y'all. Angie Warren says, Candace is a good person. Candace has no idea what that means. I know, right? She said, I'm a good person. Why can't he see I'm a good person? Saf says at Lady Luck Club, did you see that the leftist commie anti-ICE activists who stormed the church were arrested today? I didn't know anybody was storming the church. What are they storming the church for? Good grief. Y'all, oh man. There's certain things I just wouldn't do. Just out of respect. It's crazy. Lisa said Ian Carey did not have a campaign regarding Charlie Kirk, according to Grog. Just saying for sure, Candace is a bully on the playground, daring anyone to cross the chalk line. Let's see here. Ben says, Lady Luck, you should ask Jay Witt to show you the alien video I made for him the other day. What? I'm gonna tell him to send it to me. I'm gonna tell him to send it to me. Did he post it up? Jessica, why don't you ask Candace for evidence? That's what I'm saying. Jesus. Then he go out and change their name and come back and say the same thing. Girl, you can't make this up. Candy Coke cannot recognize evidence because they've never seen it. Exactly. Just because they just sit back and believe whatever Candace says. She shows no evidence at all. And then they come here and want me to prove something to them. Like they pay my rent. They won't even leave a super. Can you believe it? You can't make this up. Yeah, this to the candy ass cult members. If you want me to prove something to you, at least sit and drop a super. At least at the very least drop a $5 super. And now think about it. My answer might still be no. They don't believe anything either way. I'm a good person. Look out. Kitty cat lover. I'm using my daughter's account. She's the kitty lover. Last time she had me, I love Stitch. What? Oh, good Lord. This is spiritual war, good versus evil. Yeah, Candace is losing bigly. Candace, you're losing bigly. Y'all, she big mad. Candace is big mad for nothing. Oh my God. Do y'all know if she's going to go live? I would have to do a separate live stream on that one. Call Erica Kirk is as pure as a driven blue slush. Okay, who turned the lights out? Real to 2020. Shout out to you. How you doing, honey? Pastor works for ICE. That's why they stormed the church. Oh, wow, that sucks. Y'all, listen, man. Nobody needs to storm a church. You know, let's not defile it. Even if you don't like pastors and stuff, that's your right. But let's be respectful and not storm churches. Why are they doing that? It's just no, because you can imagine something goes wrong and then a fight breaks out and then somebody pulls out a weapon and then that's it. Now you got all this going on in church. It's just that's the last place people expect to go with that type of discord like that. Need people to pray and worship in peace. Like there's no reason for that. They could have waited till church was over with and just like saw him at the grocery store in the parking lot or something, not inside of the church. Like that's no. Man, that's something else. All because he worked for them. Yeah, absolutely insane. Diane said Candace believes tearing people down make her look good. Candace has a low image herself. Yeah, she doesn't have any self-esteem or confidence. Not yet. Okay. I'm embarrassed. Why are you embarrassed by it? You gotta love who you are. Why be embarrassed to be that? To be Jewish? Why are you embarrassed by that? You gotta love yourself. Whatever race, nationality, creed you are, you gotta love yourself. Don't be embarrassed. What's wrong with you? Let's see here. I think Jason is going to use it in a video, but he hasn't posted it yet. Okay, cool. Well, let me know what you do. When he does, I'll play it. She's a crybaby. Her evil wickedness makes us all ill. She's a Jezebel. Yeah, Candace is horrible. Thank you for the $4.99 super. Look at that. I appreciate that. Rob Jack says, Candace ain't losing? Is that a question you asking me? Winning or losing, she's still a liar. She got the #1 podcast in the world. We still on this? I'm gonna let you Google that. You go find out exactly what she is, because yeah. Once again, I'm not in the mood to prove anything. Not at all. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's see here. Candace is so beautiful. Why she have low self-esteem? Beauty don't mean that you have high self-esteem. That's a false narrative. You can have a pretty look to yourself and still on the inside not like who you really are because of your character. God is not going to judge us by our looks. He's going to judge us by our actions, our soul, our intent, what lies in our heart. Not going to judge us by our looks. That's a flawed concept. That's what we humans here on Earth do. Candace is an alien. You know what? It's got to be done. Excuse me. Let me pull up Candace so you all can have a conversation with the real Candace here. Just so we can all have a conversation. Candace, it's time for you to come to the front of the church. Come on down the aisle. We need to have a talk. Y'all tell Candace hello. Candace, when you walk around here making it your life's goal to make everyone else miserable, while you think somehow you're happy, it goes to show that you're a horrible person. You are the one that told Dave Rubin you hate Charlie Kirk. And you ranted about it because, deep down, you didn't get what you want out of him. You just didn't. Let me tell you something, boy, girl, alien. No one has to do anything you want them to do simply because. That's not how it works. You claim to be poor and yet you act like a brat. Make this make sense? Candace acts like she was raised with a silver spoon in her mouth, a gold one. Like a spoiled brat throwing a tantrum in the candy aisle because she didn't get her favorite blow pop. This is ridiculous. Pay people their money back in Australia. That way, if they still want to give you money, then let that be that. But there are some people who don't. They want their money back. I think it's highly disrespectful to your audience in Australia. People who are willing to go there to see you. Even if they're not even in Australia. They're still willing to fly out and go see you. It's disrespectful to sit here and leave them hanging. Did she pay the court order fees yet? Does anybody know? Now I really want to know if she paid it. I'm gonna look this up right quick. Candace, did you pay these court order fees? AKA Jermaine Stewart. Because I haven't seen anything on that. I really don't even know what the amount was. I haven't seen any documentation with the actual amount. As a part of the High Court's ruling, Owens has been ordered to pay the government's court costs. A representative for Owens did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Owens originally applied for a visa to enter Australia in November 2024 as part of a speaking tour. It does not say whether or not she has made a payment on the court costs. This is so crazy. Nothing about that at all. That goes to show even more, people will not be getting their money back. When there's no proof or evidence that she even paid the court costs that she's been ordered to pay. They didn't have to entertain you with this nonsense over an appeal for a visa. They said no, stay out of our country, the end. This is crazy. And it was unanimously decided, you all. So when you have these appeals go through the court of law, oftentimes what you end up facing is like a judicial panel. So you may have 2-3 judges on that panel, depending on what level of court, state you're in. Even country makes a difference. It could be 10 of them. Who knows? I think with this particular situation, they had at least an 8 to 12 judicial panel of judges on the appeal. And there's a video of the hearing itself on the website, the High Court of Australia's website. You can go there, see the hearing for yourself. So with most appeals, it's not just one judge deciding, it's like a panel of judges. All right. If they unanimously decide, that means all of these judges, and I think in Australia it's definitely more than 7 or 8, all of them said, no, stay out of our country. Y'all, how often does it happen where an appeal is filed and there is a unanimous ruling from the appellate court in Australia, this being the High Court of Australia, the highest court in Australia? All judges unanimously decided to ban Candace Owens. All of them. Candace, you're so bad. The entire judicial panel unanimously decided to tell you to kick rocks. It's at least 8 of these judges on that panel. The High Court of Australia? Yeah. That's like our U.S. Supreme Court. It's like, is what, 9 of them? 11? If they all decided one time to ban someone, you're pretty bad. They unanimously decided. You can't make this out. You can't make this out. Oh my God, y'all, you cannot make this up. All of them said no. They said, boy, go on somewhere, kid. Go sit down. Go home. Go to your room. All right, y'all. I just wanted to leave you all with that. Y'all tell Candace good evening. If she goes live, maybe I'll do a live on it. I really want to do a video on Scientology. And I want to check out the interview that, what's her name? I want to make sure I'm, because I got to save here. Leah Remini? Is it Leah Remini? She did an interview about the dark side of Scientology code. Y'all, that is something else. That is something else. So I really want to touch on that. I also saw a video was sent to me on Scientology taking over Turning Point USA and the Republican Party. That ought to be something else. But that video is a lot longer. So I really want to start watching the series. I have a few videos about Scientology. I have about 5. And I want to kick it off with the one Leah Remini did. Y'all, it's, man. I've seen the one with the, her name is Jenna Miscavige, the niece of the current CEO of Scientology, and how she got out. And she has a YouTube channel too. So I have seen her video she's done, her interview she's done. But we got to start. I've never seen the one with Leah Remini, so we got to start with that. All right. So, unless you all are just demanding that we watch Candace, I would rather do a live on Scientology. Y'all let me know. Put 1 in the chat if you want me to check out her new show today. 2 in the chat if you want to. We can just move on to Scientology. Let me know. Scientology is an evil Ponzi scheme. It seems like it. Are the Mappins Scientologists? I've heard that. That's the simp on Twitter X. That's always kissing her butt. He's a grown married man, by the way, with grown kids. Just sipping over there for Candace. You can't make this up. Is he Scientology? You're just a hated child. I don't even use the word hate with Candace. I don't hate her. I want her to keep talking so she can keep giving up evidence. The more she runs her mouth, the more evidence Erica can gather to sue the crap out of her. We're here for it. You can't make this up. They're trying to create division within the conservative movement. No matter what, Cantifa isn't a conservative or Christian either. The Iron Triangle is the real threat to America. Oh, yeah, 111. So y'all want me to go over her video? Okay, cool. I can do that. I'm seeing some 2s. Uh-oh. Y'all put 1 and 2, 1. Candace like either way. Oh man, truth though, they are trying to divide conservatives. They want to take over at midterms. We can't let them. Can't go backwards. LLC, put your email so I can email you the video. Okay, cool. Here is my email. It's for the Lady Luck Club. I finally got caught up on those emails. I hate the evil she does. Yeah, I mean, we don't typically just say we hate Candace. Like, only her, bots and cult members obsess over hate. We don't obsess over that. Child boo. Candace is the only one walking around here talking about I hate everyone. I have a thumbnail on it. She actually said that. She actually has said she hates specific people and named them. So if anybody is hating, is actually Candace, the White Walker alien from outer space. You can't make this up. So I was in 1s and 2s. So either way, you guys are. My sound is on delay. Is it now? Okay. Somebody said, I don't hate, I despise her. Hey, As how you doing, honey? Shout out to you. What's going on, Miss Faye? I want to hear about Scientology. Miss Faye said, I want to hear about Scientology, y'all. Candace hates Eric. Candace does hate everyone. She does. She said it. She said it. Candace herself said, I hate everybody. And then she has named specific people she hates. Now, one time have I ever said I hate Candace? Child boo. Shit, Candace will never get me to that point where I feel like I need to show hate. It's not worth my soul salvation. Candace is not worth me going to hell over. She's a clown. We'll laugh at her. Well, don't nobody sit around here just saying they hate her. All this nonsense she's doing, this is her choice. She chooses to be an idiot. We're just here to laugh at her, because that's all you can do. She don't listen to nothing else. You can multitask. You can multitask, do both. All right, so here's what we'll do. I'll get a little break in. I'll have to start a separate live stream for the show if she's going live. You guys get ready. And those who want to tune in. If not, I understand. And then, of course, after that, we'll do a Scientology video because I really want to see this myself personally, and I just want you all to understand what these cults look like. So when people are calling Candace Owens a cult leader, you know why. Is why. So thank you all so much for tuning into this. I wanted to just get this out the way and get this information out to you all. Those who are trying to get their money back, y'all might want to get that promoter to try to start a class action lawsuit because $69,000 is a lot of money. You know what I can do with $69,000? I'm gonna give a shout out to all of those who have came and supported. Get the supers in, all the mods. Thank you all so much for holding it down for me. You guys see the links for factually.co. Shout out to Jennifer Glenn for becoming a member of the LLC. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome. You guys see the YouTube channel link for Conscience. Make sure you go check out and show us some support. And shout out to Jennifer Glenn for the $4.99 super. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way out. And we'll start a separate live. Check out her show and laugh at her. If she's talking about the Beckhams and all of that, I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm not going to be able to listen to all that. To be honest. So let's get ready for that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.